This is Retro Sports Radio. Visit RetroSeasons.com for more sports history.
The Oakland A's faced the Milwaukee Brewers at County Stadium for a Saturday night game on May 26, 1979. After 3 straight World Series wins and 5 trips to the playoffs in the early 1970s, by 1979, the magic in Oakland was gone. Having lost more than 90 games and gone through 5 managers in the past 3 seasons, the A's looked to new manager Jim Marshall to lead the team. Milwaukee was moving in the other direction. They hired George Bamberger as their manager in 1978, and he was able to lead the team to its first season over 500 in franchise history, winning 93 games. This audio recording is from the Milwaukee radio broadcast, featuring announcers Merle Harmon and Bob Uecker.
Well, Harry, the first question today comes from John Kodronowitz from Milwaukee. Says, Dear Harry, I am just writing to find out why the Brewers do not have any twilight doubleheaders on their schedule. Thank you.
Well, John, we do have one now. It's a makeup with the Detroit Tigers. It will be on the night of July 6th. We'll play a twilighter. We don't put them in the regular schedule for a couple of reasons. Number one, they're tougher on the ball players. It's a night schedule is a tough schedule anyway, in the long season we have. But to play 2 games at night is just a little bit tougher on the ball, so we try and stay away for that reason. We're not positive that the fans like them that much either. There is an overlap in that you start before people are off work completely and maybe can't get out to see the start of it. And then they usually go pretty late into the evening, and sometimes it's too late for people to stay. So you really, unlike an afternoon doubleheader, you really tax the fan a little bit maybe to see all 18 innings. So for those reasons, we don't have twilight doubleheaders. We do have 2 day doubleheaders this year, a Sunday, July the 8th, and a Sunday, August the 5th.
Okay, Harry? No questions for Harry Dalton after this message on the Brewer Radio Network.
This is Dick Van Dyke. I wish I could understand that, but I know people who do. They're amateur radio operators, and they also know a lot about the technical side of radio. Why do I care? Because I'm grateful they exist. Hams provide a huge reservoir of technical talent for our nation in case we need them. This country needed them in a hurry in times of war. Communities need them in times of disaster, as you well know. And then, as a bonus, these radio amateurs make friends for us all around the world. The amateur service has all kinds of networks, like for iBanks and hurricane watches. Lonesome servicemen overseas get to talk to their families by radio. And young and old are welcome to join in. For free information, write the American Radio Relay League, Newington, Connecticut, 06111. Soon, you'll know what this means.
Harry, the next question from Dennis Olson and Dave Dussault from Sauk City, WVLR. And the letter says, Dear Harry, there have been 8 unassisted triple plays in Major League history. The last man to do it was Washington Senator shortstop Ron Hansen in 1968. Have you ever seen an unassisted triple play? If so, how was it accomplished?
No, Merle, I haven't. That's a rare sight. I think Hanson's is the only one that's been made in the big leagues since the 1920s. I think the first 7, one of which was in the World Series, incidentally, I think the first 7 were all fired in 1930, and Hanson's is the only one in recent vintage. Strangely, we have a man working for us in our scouting system named Donnie Noon, who made an unassisted triple play, I should say, in 1927. He was a first baseman in those days with the Detroit Tigers. And incidentally, he played with Ty Cobb. And he made an unassisted triple play at first against the Cleveland Ball Club. And Johnny's told me about that a few times, but I've never seen one.
Okay. If you'd like to quiz Harry Dalton, his mailing address is Ask Harry Dalton, Milwaukee Brewers, County Stadium, Milwaukee 53214. Get your cards and letters in, and then listen in for Harry's answers. Remember that mailing address, Ask Harry Dalton, Milwaukee Brewers, County Stadium, Milwaukee 53214. Stay tuned now for the Merle Herman Show, coming up next on the Brewer Radio Network.
Come on.
Oh, great master, I traveled far to seek your wisdom. Speak to me.
Close the door, it's cold.
Sure, I crave the meaning of life.
How do you earn your bread, my son?
Well,
you till the soil?
No.
You tend sheep?
I'm in advertising, sir.
Advertising. Fascinating.
Yes, sir, I'm in a big hurry. I have to be in Fiji tomorrow to shoot a television commercial.
Fiji?
Yeah, we found a place there that looks exactly like Columbus, Ohio.
Why not go to Columbus, Ohio?
Look, I'm just here for some wisdom.
All right, let me check my wisdom books.
Oh,
see what we can
thank
find.
you. Yeah.
Go with radio.
What?
Looks to me like a fantastic buy.
I wanted important wisdom.
This is important. Listen, newspaper cost per thousand is up 99% since 1967. TV is up 90%,
sure.
but radio cost is only up 38%.
38%.
And it says radio's audience is bigger than ever.
But what about happiness and stuff?
Use radio. It's great impact at a price you can still afford, and you'll be very happy.
That's it?
Yeah. And when you go out, close the door real tight, because it's cold in here, and I got a runny nose.
Next time you're talking to an authority on advertising, ask about radio. It's right on the button. A message from the Radio Advertising Bureau.
Good evening, everyone. Merle Herman at County Stadium in Milwaukee. It's another nice night for baseball as the Brewers take on the Oakland A's. We had over 20,000 last night. Should have about 27,000 this evening to see if the Brewers can take the A's in Game 2. Good rivalry this year. The A's beat the Brewers 3 out of 4 on the coast. Now the Brewers are trying to return the favor in the 3-game weekend series here. Hope you're on your way to the ballpark right now. Jimmy Slaton will pitch for the Brewers tonight. And our pregame guest is Dave Revering, who will not be in the lineup tonight for the Oakland A's. I'll be back with Dave after this message on the Brewer Radio Network. Know about. They have a reputation for giving their customers that added touch of friendliness and concern. Save a little or save a lot. Your money's working all the time with daily compounding at Liberty. Open one of their many savings accounts or add to your present account, and Liberty Savings offers you a choice of beautiful name-brand gifts. Liberty Savings does more than just save and loan. Stop in and ask them about the high-yield money market certificate at Liberty, 2555 South 108 and 5812 West Vernon. Open daily till 5, Friday till 8, and Saturday 9 to 1. Savings insured to $40,000 by the FSLIC. Dave Revering, one of the fine ball players on this Oakland Ball Club, will not be in the lineup tonight because he's got a couple of fingers taped together. What happened, Dave?
I dislocated middle fingers, and luckily the one broke in the joint. I did it against Chicago Thursday night, and I didn't notice it till yesterday, I guess, when I got warm. I went to the hospital, and they popped it back in the joint and taped it together.
So when will you be back in the lineup?
He said 5 days, but I think I'll play tomorrow.
You're kidding.
No, I'm going to play tomorrow.
All right, can you handle the glove and everything all right, and throw all right, and bat all right?
Well, I can probably hit all right, so I'll probably DH.
DHing, huh? Yeah. Hey, Dave, you were involved in a rather bizarre trade with the Cincinnati Reds and the Oakland A's. Tell us about it.
Well, I was traded 2 years ago to Oakland for Vita Blue and $1 million. And it took 3.5 months for him to solve that. And finally the commissioner said it wasn't in the best interest of baseball because he didn't know what kind of ball player I was. And that's probably understandable since he never saw me play. And it was 1 week before I was to go to spring training. I got traded again to Oakland for Doug Bear, who led the National League last year in the ERA. And so I made the All-Star team over here, so I guess it worked out both ways good.
What happened to the $1 million? I didn't get any of that.
Well, I didn't get any of it either, so I guess Charlie was going to get it all. I don't know.
That must have been something, though, sitting around wondering, well, where do I go to spring training? To Florida or to Arizona?
Well, I've had options, too, so I couldn't go back to the minor leagues. And I was kind of in limbo. I guess, when you're 24 and you're... you wonder where you're going to go, because I knew I get to play over here every day, and over there I knew I wasn't going to get to play every day, so I was hoping to come over here. And the way things are going over here now, sometimes I wonder if I'm happy to be over here or not.
Well, you're getting your RBIs, though.
Yeah, luckily, I'm getting them. They're getting on base. When the guy does get on base, like I get one shot at a game, and I've been fortunate to knock him in. Some teams get 3-4 shots a game where, they knock a couple in, but I've been getting one, and luckily I've been knocking him in.
Hi, Dave, how old are you now?
I'm 26.
Well, you still got a long way to go, so who knows what's going to happen in the next trade. I just hope you don't have to sit around for 3 months to find out where you're going, though.
Well, it's June 15th, coming around, and that's the trading deadline, and maybe I get traded. You never know.
Well, but you're going to have to come down a little bit, though, because there can only be $400,000 involved cash-wise for you now.
Well, that's true. Well, I don't get any of the money anyway, unfortunately.
Dave, last weekend, you fellas were really up, I thought, for the Brewers, especially after you won that Saturday afternoon game, and it looked like you came charged out for the kill on Sunday. Was that your best series of the year so far?
Yeah, that was. We played good defense, and our pitching was good later in the game. Like 7th, 8th, and 9th. They came in, left-handers got the left-handers out, and the right-handers got the right-handers out. Whereas last night, we used Bob Lacey against the right-handers, and we didn't fare so well. So, we hit the ball, and we did everything good, so I wish we could do that more often.
You seem to keep your sense of humor in all this thing that's surrounding the A's.
Well, yeah, I personally have to, If you take everything that happens here in Oakland seriously, like people not coming to the ballpark, the Coliseum lease, Charlie doing this and so, it'll drive you crazy. So I just take the attitude that I get paid to play baseball, and I come to the park and have a good time and play the game.
And you lock everything else out of your mind, then, huh?
Yeah, you have to. There's no doubt about it, you have to. Maybe like in New York or Boston or somewhere where it was going good, you could do that, but not here.
Now, Dave, as a fellow who really came out of a super-class organization, the Cincinnati Reds, one of the best in baseball, I would imagine that some of the younger fellows on this team, and here you are at the age of 26, one of the old pros on the team, but I would imagine some of these young fellows look to you for a lot of leadership.
Well, some of the guys were coming after me about hitting, some of the pitchers since I'd seen them, for a year or so, and I'm still learning some of the pitches myself. So I try to help as much as I can, but I usually keep my mouth shut unless they come and ask me.
You had a good year RBI-wise last year. What were you looking at this year? I would imagine, I don't know, how good of a home run hitter are you, first of all?
Well, I think you have to be a good park to hit home runs. This one here is, and the one in Oakland is not.
But, I mean, do you call yourself home run hitter or not?
Well, I'm more of a line drive hitter.
Right. Okay, now, let's go back to the RBIs. How many runs can you produce?
Well, that depends on the 3 men in front of me. Now, if I get on base, say, if I get 3 cracks a game and knock somebody in from second or third base, I feel like I knock one out of 3 in every time, you know. So if that happens, I'm sure I can get 80 RBIs.
So you're telling me you're a better hitter with men on base?
Well, I know it's bad. I get in bad habits sometimes with nobody on. I don't concentrate as much as I should. And that's where, like an older hitter, like a Larry Heisler or something, he concentrates all the time, and sometimes I get lax.
You know, this word concentration is becoming, it would seem that it's becoming more and more important every day in baseball.
Well, it is, because the pitching up there is good. You know, it's so good that if you go up there and you just sort of, you know, half-ass it, so to speak, they're going to get you out. And you have to bear down every time.
Back with Dave Revering after this message on the Brewer Radio Network.
I didn't know you were working. Hi, Marcia. I've been here about a month. Couldn't be happier. Of course, with your green thumb. It helps, being a member of the garden club. All those courses we took on flower arranging. You were so good at it. You're a natural for a florist. That's what job service said. They matched me up with this job. Job service. That's where the good jobs are. You know, they actually keep in touch with employers so they know where the good job openings are. I've been so tempted sometimes to go back to my fashion buying. You've got a professional at job service to help you, you know? I think I will stop in. It doesn't cost a thing for you or the store that hires you. You've got me working already. Oh, not quite. But hey, I've sold you on job service, but I haven't sold you any flowers. Roses, mums, carnations for the ladies.
Good jobs? Job service. Stop in. Have we got a match for you? Time now for your favorite radio game show, The Bicycle Safety Pyramid. I'm your host, Bob Crockett.
Yes, over in Minnesota. I believe you fellas go over there. Leave us alone tomorrow, will you?
Well, I'm trying to do my best. I'm going to try to play tomorrow, so, you know.
Well, we wish you well. We really do. Good luck to you, and thanks for getting
Okay, thank you.
Dave Revering with us. Stay tuned now for George Bamberger coming up next on the Brewer Radio Network.
Well, had to fire Horace today. Horace? Third elephant from the left.
Oh, that's too bad.
Told him to pack his trunk and just get out.
Really? I thought he was working for peanuts.
Well, he is, but will you see that motorcycle over there?
Yeah?
I got 6 elephants ride that cycle 3 shows a day. All of them wear protective gear.
Oh, I can see the long-sleeve jackets, the boots, the helmet, the long trousers, the whole works.
All except for Horace.
Oh, that's terrible.
I can't have that in my show.
Of course not.
Last Thursday, second show, he comes out with booze on his breath. Fell off the cycle, knocked out the whole first row. I had to give him all a refund.
Well, I can see a point. Boozing cycles, though, Nick.
And to top it all off, he's a big show-off. He's only been riding 3 months, and he insists on speeding. He almost knocked over Hilda.
Hilda, the bearded lady.
No, the one with the tattoo.
Oh, that one. Well, you know, no protective gear, drinking, speeding. I can see why you don't want Horace to ride the motorcycle.
Well, to tell you the truth, I'm getting out of the elephant business altogether.
Yeah, I know what you mean. This place is turning into a 3-ring circus.
It's driving me bananas.
What are you going to get into?
Gorillas.
A message from the Wisconsin Department of Transportation and the Governor's Office of Highway Safety.
Band Restaurant. Merle Harmon again with manager George Bamberger. Hey, had another close one last night.
Yes, that was a very good game. That Oakland club plays us tough. They really have a pretty good ball club, not too much experience, but they have some good young ball players, right? Good pitching staff, and so they give us a lot of trouble anyway. So it was a good game for us to win. Mike Caldwell settled down. He had a little rough go in the beginning with ground balls going in here and there, but he settled down, and of course around the 7th inning, Mike, that's when he gets tough, and we scored a run, and Mike held it, and we won 3-2. So that's a big plus for us. That's a plus for Mike, because it looks like he's back in the groove. The game before, his control wasn't what it should be, but he had a little ankle problem, so that's kind of solved. So it looks like Mike's back where he was before.
A moment ago, you talked about early innings for pitchers, and sometimes they have trouble and so forth.
Right. It seems to me that all great pitchers, like Caldwell, do have troubles in the first few innings. And the reason why, they warm up for 15 minutes for a game. They get themselves in a groove. Now, but there's no hitters up there, and it don't count, see? So they're more or less a little more relaxed. And then the game starts, they have to do the same thing all over again. They're not sure, if they aim low, they're not sure whether the ball's going to go low or high, and they're more or less feeling their way. And a lot of great pitchers takes 2 or 3 innings to feel their way. And I've seen this with Palmer, McNally, Cuellar, and of course, even Saracen seems to have that problem a little bit.
We'll be back with George Bamberger after this message on the Brewer Radio Network. The George Bamberger Show is brought to you by Canada Dry.
She's gorgeous. What can I say to meet her? I gotta say something different. Cool, witty, sensitive, worldly. Oh, wait, I got it. Okay, here goes. Hi there.
Hello.
You know, every time you mix a drink, 2/3 of what you put into your glass is mixer.
No kidding.
It's that 2/3 that makes or breaks the taste of your drink.
Oh, you don't say.
That's why more people mix with Canada Dry than any other brand.
Oh, I never would have guessed.
Canada Dry Club Soda has pinpoint carbonation for long-lasting bubbles.
Oh, that's something to remember.
Canada Dry Tonic Water is distinctively smooth.
How interesting.
And Canada Dry Ginger Ale is crisp and dry.
Oh, how sensitive and worldly.
Say, can I get you to have dinner with me tomorrow night?
No, but you can mix in your drink.
Since 2/3 of your drink is mixer, make your mixer Canada Dry.
Well, your right fielder came back with a bang last night, and I noticed you've got another lineup change tonight.
Right, Cisco did a super job last night, because he's done a super job all year. But that's the type ball player he is. He can, he's got great power to the opposite field, and they threw him an off-speed pitch the second time, and he pulled a hit a line drive out over the left field fence. And, of course, he made a great play in the ninth inning. That was a really a very, very important play. But he is one of the finest right fielders in baseball, if not the finest. Now,
Lineup changes?
Yeah, Molitor, I'm resting him tonight. The reason why I'm resting him is we have... Paulie's doing a super job, and I think a day off here and there will be good for him. And so I feel I'm going to give him a day's rest. I'm going to move Gantner over to second base tonight. Jimmy's been doing an outstanding job. I want to keep him in the lineup as much as possible. But I want to get all the guys in the lineup as much as possible. Last night, Jimmy Wolford played. He did a super job for us. Got 2 hits. Very well could have had 3.
Looks like Coop's in a little slump, though.
Yes, Coop's in a little bit of slump. Looks like he's pulling off the ball a little bit, but he'll find himself because he's one of the great hitters in the American League, and there's no doubt about it. He's going to hit 300 left.
How do you correct that when you're pulling off the ball?
Well, Harvey keeps talking to the hitters. You're pulling off the ball. Keep your head in there. And finally, one of these times, they'll go up there, and they will keep their head in, make good contact, and then they'll be all right.
All right, George, stay tuned now for the broadcast of tonight's game between the Brewers and the A's coming up next on the Brewer Radio Network.
We do not live by bread alone. And while millions of people at this moment are barely surviving on a scrap of bread, they look to us for more than a sackful of wheat or rice in their effort to conquer their hunger. Beyond survival, they seek the health and strength, the resources, education, and economic opportunity to achieve self-sufficiency. And you want to help. This is one of the reasons CRS, Catholic Relief Services, exists. To be your hands and heart in offering effective, long-term help in 85 countries around the globe. In addition to providing emergency help, Catholic Relief Services offers technical assistance in support of nutrition programs, health training, economic planning, irrigation, and crop development. People don't live by bread alone, so through Catholic Relief Services, you provide more than food. You help people to stand free and strong through self-sufficiency. A message from Catholic Relief Services, United States Catholic Conference. Through CRS, you can touch a hungry world.
This is WDOR-FM, Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin, the station that responds to its audience.
Milwaukee Brewers Baseball, brought to you by Pabst Blue Ribbon. Pabst is brewed to be the best, naturally with no artificial ingredients, and you can taste it. By Chevrolet, who invites you to catch the all-star lineup of Chevy cars and trucks at your neighborhood Chevy dealer. By Mott's Paint. Mott's makes it better to make it easier for you. By your local Pepsi-Cola bottler, who wants you to have a Pepsi Day. By Jack's Original Great American Pizza. Wisconsin Telephone Yellow Pages. ERA, Electronic Realty Associates of Wisconsin, and your Wisconsin Credit Union.
Bob Uecker with you now from County Stadium, Milwaukee. Game 2 between the Brewers and the Oakland A's. Hope you're on your way to the ballpark to see if the Brewers can make it 2 in a row over the A's and to extend their their winning streak to 5 consecutive ball games. We'll be back with the lineups and the batting orders after this message on the Brewer Radio Network. In its natural environment, wood is protected by a tough outer covering of bark. But on your home, wood needs new protection. The protection of one-coat Mott's Ranch Wood Stain. Mott's Ranch Wood Stain bonds to the wood surface to highlight the natural grain while it protects and beautifies with R127, a tough acrylic that shields cedar and redwood from weather damage. Mott's Ranch Wood Stain resists cracking, peeling, blistering, and fading. And it comes in a complete selection of traditional and contemporary colors. With the help of one-coat Mott's Ranch Wood Stain, the beauty of your home will last longer. Protect that beauty. Get Mott's Ranch Wood Stain today for natural protection as colorful as nature itself. Remember, it's Mott's Ranch Wood Stain. Mott's makes it better to make it easier for you.
And now with the lineup. Here's Bob. Okay, Merle, thank you very much. And hello again, everybody. The Brewers and the Oakland A's in Game 2 of this three-game series. The Brewers winning last night's game to make the series now 2 victories against 3 losses. Oakland still leads, winning 3 of the 5 games played. The starting lineups for tonight's game. Leading off and playing in center field for the Oakland A's, Dwayne Murphy. Larry Murray will be in left field and bat second.
There's been a change in the pitching rotation.
Mitchell Page will DH and bat third. Jeff Newman, the first baseman, bats fourth. Batting number 5, playing at third base, Wayne Gross. Glenn Burke will be in right field, hitting sixth. Doing the catching and batting number 7, Jim Essian. Mario Guerrero will be at shortstop, hitting 8th. And the catcher, Mike Edwards, will bat number 9. Pitching for the Oakland A's tonight, right-hander Rick Langford. He is 1-1, lost 6, making his 10th start of the season. For Milwaukee, leading off and playing at second base, Jim Gantner. Robin Yount will be at shortstop, hitting second. Batting third, playing at first base, Cecil Cooper. Dick Davis will DH and bat cleanup. The left fielder, Ben Oglivie, bats number 5, hitting sixth, and playing in right field, Sixto Lascano. Sal Bando, the third baseman, bats number 7. Hitting 8th, playing in center field, Gorman Thomas. He knocked in the game-winning run last night as the Brewers beat Oakland by a score of 3-2. And Charlie Moore will do the catching, batting number 9. Pitching for the Brewers tonight, right-hander Jim Slaton. He has won 3, lost 3, making his 9th start and 10th appearance of the year. His second straight appearance against Oakland. His first time out against the A's, he was beaten by a score of 2-1, the victory going to Steve McCatty. He will work in tomorrow's game. John Johnson had been scheduled, but a pitching change for tomorrow's game. It will be Steve McCatty. That last outing for Slaton was last Sunday in the second game of the doubleheader in Oakland. His lifetime mark against Oakland, 5 wins against 12 losses. Jimmy Slaton is ranked second in the American League in the earned run average department. He trails the leader, Tommy John, at 1.60. Slaton is at 1.90. The umpires for tonight's game, Greg Kosk will call balls and strikes. Bill Deegan will be at third base. George Maloney is the second base umpire, and Jerry Newdecker will call him at first base. In other games played today, in the American League, Baltimore beat Detroit by a score of 7-5. Kansas City topped Minnesota 7-4. The Toronto Blue Jays topped Boston 7-6. California beat the White Sox 8-4, and the Cleveland Indians knocked off New York and Tommy John by a score of 8-4, sending John down to his first loss of the year. He has won 9 and lost 1. In the National League, New York beat Pittsburgh by a score of 10-8. The Braves beat San Francisco 5-4. The Cubs playing in Philadelphia in the third inning. The Phillies won, the Cubs nothing. St. Louis and Montreal postponed again because of rain. And the Cincinnati Reds beat the Los Angeles Dodgers by a score of 3-1. Fred Norman got the win, and Don Sutton took the loss. We'll be back with more on tonight's game following this message on the Brewer Radio Network.
Columbus discovered America, now America's discovering Jack. From the freezer to the oven, it's a great meal or a snack. Serve it to your family and they won't hold back. There's always been with the
A frozen pizza that tastes like you made it from scratch. Jack, available at fine food stores everywhere.
Jack's original, the great American pizza. Pabst Extra Light, half the calories, all the taste. Naturally.
Pabst Extra Light comes with only 70 calories, and that's good news because that's half the calories of our regular beer, and 30 fewer than the light beer you've probably been drinking. Yet it still has Pabst naturally brewed flavor. Pabst Extra Light, half the calories, all the taste, naturally.
Pabst Extra Light, half the calories, all the taste, naturally.
Now won 25 and lost 25 games over the 500 mark. The Oakland A's have won 15 and lost 30, 15 games under the 500 mark. The American League standings look like this. In the Eastern Division, Baltimore was leading starting today's action 2.5 games over the second place Boston Red Sox. The Brewers picked up a half a game last night. Milwaukee now trails Baltimore by 4.5. The Yankees have dropped to 5. Detroit trails 9 games. Cleveland 9.5, and the Toronto Blue Jays at 18. That was starting today's action. In the Western Division, Minnesota held a game-and-a-half lead over the second-place California Angels. California beat the White Sox today, and the Kansas City Royals top Minnesota, so the Twins now lead second-place California by only 1.5 games. Texas is 2 games back. Kansas City at 1.5. They have moved into third place now. Chicago trails 3.5, Seattle 10.5, and the Oakland A's in last place trail 12 games to the front-running Minnesota Twins. The Brewers and the Oakland A's will wind up this series tomorrow afternoon. It'll be right-hander Larry Sorensen going against Steve McCaddy in the windup. Then on Monday, the New York Yankees visit County Stadium for a 4-game series, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Of course, the Yankees did not get a victory here at County Stadium last year. Ought to be a big series coming up against the New Yorkers starting on Monday. The Brewers being introduced individually now. Going to be a nice crowd again at County Stadium. The Brewers had 22,000 plus for their game last night. And the crowd tonight appears to be all around 19 to 20,000, maybe a little more. They're still coming in, and there's still plenty of room for you out here. A breeze tonight blowing from left again toward right field. Same kind of wind we had out here last night. Sixto Lascano was the hero in last night's game. He scored all 3 runs. Thomas knocked in the winner. Lascano with a pair of home runs last night. He walked his last time up and then scored the winning run as the Brewers topped Oakland by a score of 3-2. The A's won 3 of 4 played in Oakland on the Brewers' most recent trip, but the Brewers are on a hot homestand. They beat California 3 in a row, and they topped Oakland last night. They have now won 4 straight. Now from County Stadium, the Sheboygan Choir will sing our national anthem. job on the national anthem by the Sheboygan Falls High School Choir. Now making their way off the field, and right-hander Jim Slaton trots out to the mound to start his warm-up pitches to catcher Charlie Moore. The Brewers have played red-hot baseball here at County Stadium. They have now won 14 of 18 games played here in Milwaukee. They've also upped their team batting average to a robust .289. The Brewer pitching staff has completed 11 of the 18 games played here. That's super. And they have won 10. Talking about the Brewer pitching staff, they lead the American League in 5 departments. Let's see, 3 departments. The Brewers total 5. Leading categories in the American League in home runs with 55 and walks with 200. The pitching staff has 24 complete games. Fantastic. 6 shutouts, and only 119 walks have been issued. That's the fewest. So things have been going nicely here at County Stadium, and hopefully the Brewers can continue tonight. As right-hander Jimmy Slaton was really pitched in some tough games his last 3 times out, the Brewers just haven't scored any runs for him. Slaton has only allowed a total of 6 runs, but has only won 1 and lost 2 in that stretch. But the Brewers have only scored 5 runs for him in his 2 losses and 1 no decision. In the month of May, Jimmy has won 1, lost 2. In 33 innings, he has only allowed 7 runs for a nifty 1.91 earned run average. So Slaton's all set to go here in the top half of the first inning. Brewers and the Oakland A's in the second of this 3-game weekend series. Dwayne Murphy, the center fielder, is all set to lead it off, and all set to lead it off with you. Here's Merle.
Thank you, Bob. Dwayne Murphy, hitting at .279, has 4 home runs and 9 runs batted in. Larry Murray will follow, and then Mitchell Page will be up against Jim Slaton. Now Jimmy starts the pumping motion. Here's the first pitch of the ball game. He drops a curveball in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. 56 at County Stadium tonight. Bando is in tight at third in the event of a bunt. Slaton back with the next pitch, and it's popped up foul into the upper deck, and it's 0-2. Jim Saul is coaching at third base, and Lee Walls at first. No balls, 2 strikes. The A's still have a 1-game edge over the Brewers in the season series. Here's a ball with the hard stuff down low. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So the Brewers will try to even it up tonight. Murphy, hitting out of a closed stance, has 1 home run against the Brewers staff. Jim kicks. Here's the pitch. Popped up in the short left. Under the ball is Robin Yount, the shortstop, and he takes it for out number 1. Next, Larry Murray, the left fielder, batting .162 with 5 RBIs, no homers. Larry Murray. This guy can really motor in the outfield. He's a switch hitter, batting left-handed. Bando staying in close at third. Slaton leans in for the sign, and Murray steps out of the batter's box. We have time call for a moment. And just like that, we're all ready again. Murray hits out of a closed stance, and Slaton starts him out with a fastball and rips it in there for a strike, way side. The outfield is about straight away. Bob said the wind is blowing toward right tonight. Slaton's pitch, drag bunt. He's going to beat it out. Here's a pickup by Gatner and a throw to first. Safe. Perfect drag bunt.
Since 1932, Forney has been known as the top name in arc welding. Forney products offer top quality and performance and are available at GTC Auto Parts in Sturgeon Bay, home of the CarQuest Auto Parts program. Nearly 1 million Forney welders have been sold worldwide for arc, spot, and inert gas welders, welding supplies, acetylene equipment, battery chargers, and other Forney products. See GTC Auto Parts, home of the CarQuest Auto Parts program, South 3rd Avenue in Sturgeon Bay.
The food is delicious, the service fast, and the menu very complete at the Sandpiper Restaurant in Bailey's Harbor. You'll especially enjoy their 3 weekly specials. perch on Friday, meatloaf on Saturday, and roasted chicken on Sunday. The Sandpiper Restaurant features the tastiest homemade desserts, and be sure to try their delicious sandwiches served on homemade bread and buns. They're open every day from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Hungry? Stop at the Sandpiper Restaurant on Highway 57, north end of Bailey's Harbor. M's Beer Mart and Liquor Store on Jefferson Street in downtown Sturgeon Bay has a good selection of beer, wine, and packaged goods. See them for your party needs. Let M's help you with selecting a wine for dinner or that special occasion. They have domestic and imported wines in a wide range of sizes and prices. Their in-store specials every week can help your budget. They have kegs of beer and pumps and plastic glasses at M's.
That'll bring up Newman. And that company that you have, I don't think you're going to like because they got those swirling lights on top of the car. So take it easy this weekend. Jeff Newman with 24 runs batted in, 6 homers, hitting a .225.
I'm going to see about some new Permaterm.
But, dear, you just got your hair done yesterday.
No, Permaterm Life Insurance from auto owners.
With a name like Auto Owners, they got life insurance?
Sure. Permaterm is a flexible combination of permanent whole life and term life insurance.
Auto Owners. What a name for life insurance. Now, all I want to know is there a name for that new hairdo of yours?
For all types of insurance, see the Dave Thomas Insurance Agency in Sister Bay. Call 854-4433. The food is delicious, the service fast, and the menu very complete at the Sandpiper Restaurant in Bailey's Harbor. You'll especially enjoy their 3 weekly specials: perch on Friday, meatloaf on Saturday, and roasted chicken on Sunday. The Sandpiper Restaurant features the tastiest homemade desserts, and be sure to try their delicious sandwiches served on homemade bread and buns. They're open every day from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Hungry? Stop at the Sandpiper Restaurant on Highway 57, north end of Bailey's Harbor.
GTC Auto Parts, home of the CarQuest Auto Parts program, has the 40 model FS 235 VW all-purpose welder for general repair and maintenance on farms and schools, body shops, and vocational training. And the 40 FS 250 AC/DC switch hitter all-purpose welder for schools, commercial shops, light production and maintenance repair requirements. Also see the 40 F240 combination repair unit that welds, brazes, solders, charges batteries, thaws pipes, and hard faces at GTC Auto Parts, home of the CarQuest Auto Parts program, South 3rd Avenue in Sturgeon Bay.
9-1. Murray getting a lead. And the pitch. Swing on a tap for a foul off to the right. 2-2. You know, Bob, he is really getting a lead, but he's not running.
He gets an excellent lead, bro. I'm really surprised at kind of a lead and the way he's able to get back to first. I mean, the plays are close, but he's getting back to the bag in plenty of time ahead of Slaton's throw, but he's getting about 6 steps off at first base. He's getting a huge lead against Jimmy.
He's getting enough to take off, that's for sure. But he's not going yet. Now the stretch. Murray out there again. There he goes. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball to third. Second out played by Bando. On the first of the inning is over. So the A's are down in the first inning. No runs and a hit. And 1 left. After a half inning, Oakland nothing, and Milwaukee coming to bat on the Brewer Radio Network. Your business copying needs are unique. Creative Business Systems knows that. So they match the unique Savin 700 series plain paper copiers with unique service. Rapid, professional. Whether your company's large or small, you're assigned a customer representative. Give them a shot. You owe yourself that chance. Creative Business Systems, 782-0360.
At Creative Business Systems, Savin copiers are what we have to give.
Here's Paulenko for McDonald's.
Nobody can do it like McDonald's. Nobody else can do so last. Nobody can do it like McDonald's can. Everybody, he always do it. Nobody can do it like McDonald's can. Nobody else has got the taste of a Big Mac. Nobody has those famous fries coming back. Nobody serves you back. Nobody can. You're the reason we do it. Nobody can do it like McDonald's can. Run out and get a Big Mac.
Well, in the never-ending Oakland lineup changes, Larry Murray, who was supposed to play left field, is going to play right. And Glenn Burke, who is going to play right, is going to play left. But don't be surprised if they move before the first pitch. Rick Langford is on the mound for the A's. 27 years old, born in Farmville, Virginia, now lives in Bradenton, Florida. The A's got him a couple of years ago from the Pittsburgh Pirates, along with 5 other players, for Phil Garner and Tommy Helms. He appeared in 37 games as a starter and a reliever last year, and he won 7 and lost 13 with a 3.34 ERA. He's a veteran member of the staff at the ripe old age of 27. Here's Jimmy Gantner, the second baseman. Paul Molitor gets the night off tonight. Gantner, 5 RBIs, no homers, 271 batting average. And the first pitch from Langford is low and inside the ball, 1-0. Gantner has a 5-game hitting streak going. Langford right back with the next pitch. Gantner cuts and hits it off his foot, foul. 1-1. One ball and a strike, nobody on or out. The Brewers are batting at the bottom of the first. Gantner, in 2 games last Sunday against Oakland in a doubleheader, had 6 hits and 8 times up. Langford's pitch. Bouncing ball to the right side. Charged by the second baseman Edwards, and on to first for out number 1. Robin Yount is next, hitting a .237, 3 homers, 12 RBIs. Yount's 4 out of 22 of Oakland pitching. The Brewers have won 14 out of the 18 at home. A win tonight would give them a game picked up on everybody but Baltimore. There's a swinging strike. Another good one to Yount. The Brewers have hit .272 as a team against the A's in the 5 games they've played. Here's the next pitch. Line drive in the right field. Sinking for a base hit. Fielded by Murray, and Yount will hold with a single. So Robin is aboard, and that'll bring up Cooper. Cooper's down to 301. He's got to get it going. He hasn't been under 300 this year. 8 homers, 33 runs batted in for Coop. In the last 11 days, he's dropped 24 points. Down at first base, Yount with the lead. Here comes a pitch by Langford. Strike at the knees, 0-1. Talking to George about Cooper tonight, Bambi. He said he knows what he's doing wrong, and so does Gorman Thomas. The check at first, it's over there, the runner is back. Bob and I were talking about it last night. He said he knows what he's doing wrong, and Harvey Keene keeps reminding him and Thomas, throw to first, Yount is back with a dive. And he said eventually they'll both get out of it. They're pulling away, and so let's see if Coop can correct it tonight and get that bat going again. Throw to first, Yount is back. No, Bob, I guess every guy in a way knows what he's doing wrong, but sometimes he just can't put it together and do it right again. Cooper's got a bunt and takes it low and outside the ball. They can tell you all night, but if you don't feel it, you don't feel it, I guess.
I think the big thing with both Cooper and Gorman, Merle, is just, they're out in front of everything, especially Gorman Thomas. He's trying to pull everything, and he's jumping out in front of pitches.
Cooper bunts, and it's a foul ball. Essian grabs it, throws to second. Yount went after the shortstop, take him out of the play. Guerrero, and I think Guerrero took too kindly to it, but everything's all right.
Getting back to Gorman, Merle, the ball he hit last night was a pitch kind of right down the pipe, the ball that he knocked in the winning run with, but he kind of hit it off the end of the bat. I think Gorman's biggest problem at times when he gets into those so-called slumps, he's out in front of everything. He jumps at pitches. Sometimes I think Gorman will look for a pitch, and if he doesn't get the pitch he's looking for, he'll swing at a pitch anyway.
Here's the 1-2 offering to Cooper, and it's down low, away from Essian, over to the railing, and down to second, Robin Yount. And a wild pitch is charged to Langford. And the Brewers have a runner in scoring position.
I think Cecil Cooper at times, and I think Cecil would be the first to tell you this, when he's getting into a problem area, Merle, he'll go up there and he'll hit defensively. he'll get a pitch around the outside part, a ball that he can't handle well. I mean, a ball that he can't really hit hard, and he'll try to punch the ball to left field. So he's hitting a pitcher's pitch. He doesn't wait for a pitch that he can really handle, and it's a defensive kind of a swing.
Now the stretch by Langford. Here's the pitch. Cooper takes it low into the dirt, blocked by Essien. 2-2.
And you know you're doing it. I mean, every time you're up there, I think the biggest problem most hitters have is getting out front. And you know you're out front. You say in the back of your mind you're going to wait, but you're still out front. You don't realize how quick your hands get in front of your body.
Cecil Cooper aims that bat right at the pitcher. Now levels it. Here's the stretch. And the pitch. Swung on and foul tip. And Essien holds on for a strikeout. That was kind of an example of what you were talking about.
Well, if you remember early in the season when Cooper was hitting so well, Merle, I remember a couple of balls that he hit here at County Stadium. One on a low changeup that he hit to dead center field for a home run in the Baltimore series. That was against Martinez, Dennis Martinez. The next day against Jim Palmer, same kind of a pitch. He hit hard to right center field. There was a changeup that time from Langford, and Cooper was still out front. You know, I mean, but as I said, you go through those periods, and all of a sudden you come out of it, and you don't know why you're in it in the first place.
Dick Davis now up there, takes the ball low, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Davis hitting .288, has driven in 10 runs, and he has 3 homers. Dick is 5 out of 21 against the A's, but he's hit 3 homers off them. All solo shots. Here's the pitch by Langford, off speed, and it's fouled on the third base side. And it's a ball and a strike. Young at second, 2 down, bottom of the first inning, and no score. Davis has hit safely in 6 of his last 7 games, that is, going 11 for 29. If you hit the calculator with that, it'll come out at 379, average-wise. Langford is ready, delivers, off speed, swung on, foul back. Upstairs a little bit with that one. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Lots of groups here again tonight. I know a lot of fans are planning to be here tomorrow for the final game of this series, and are then staying over Monday for the first game of the Yankee series. Fans are flocking in here from all over the state. But there's still plenty of room for you for tomorrow and for the entire Yankee series. We'll have good crowds, but absolutely no sellouts for the Yankee series. Somebody asked me that tonight. No sellouts for the 4 Yankee games. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Foul of the play upstairs. Have a group here tonight. A lot of tailgaters out tonight. They also brought the water to douse the coals. Thank you. And the grass bags to carry away the paper plates and stuff. Groups from Concordia College, Sheboygan, and Kohler, and the Conways all had big tailgate parties. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Struck him out swinging. Davis is gone. And it's no runs and a hit and 1 left. After 1 inning, Oakland nothing, Milwaukee nothing on the Brewer Radio Network.
Columbus discovered America, now America's discovering Jack. From the freezer to the oven, it's a great meal or a snack. Serve it to your family and they won't hold back. There's always plenty to buy out of Jack.
Now, frozen pizza that tastes like you made it from scratch. Jack, available at fine food stores everywhere.
Original, the great American pizza. The Chevy like no Chevy you have ever seen. Thoroughly contemporary driving machine. A whole new kind of Chevy with a full of front-wheel drive. With
Introducing Citation, the first Chevy of the 80s, and the first front-wheel drive with Chevy behind it, with standard features like rack and pinion steering, 4-speed overdrive transmission, front disc brakes, front and rear stabilizer bars, radial-ply tires, and a unitized body by Fisher.
It's the first Chevy of the 80s, the first Chevy of its kind. It's a new Chevy kind of compact.
The 1980 Chevy Citation, America. Drive it now.
Chevy Citation.
In the second inning, Wayne Gross will bat first for the A's, hitting at .290. 7 home runs and 23 runs batted in for the big left-handed batter. And Slaton's breaking ball is upstairs, 1-0. Kansas City beats Minnesota. The Twins are starting to slip. Here's the 1-0 pitch. High again, 2-0. The Angels are now only a half game behind the Twins in the Western Division. after the Angels beat the White Sox and Kansas City knocked off Minnesota. Here's ball 3, high and outside to Gross. Well, let's see if the light's on. Jim Saul sending a sign to the plate. Gross has good power. 3 balls and no strikes. Slaton throws. A little bit low, ball. Moore held the post for a minute. He thought it was a fair pitch. So Gross to first with a walk, number 1 off Slaton, and here's Glenn Burke. Burke was supposed to be the right fielder. Instead, he is the left fielder. Burke batting .226, and he has 2 runs batted in. Slaton out of the stretch holding. Here's the pitch. Burke takes a strike at the knees, 0-1. Brewer Baseball brought to you by Pabst Blue Ribbon Beer. Here's how you can enjoy a great doubleheader every night. Just pour yourself a couple of mugs of ice cold Pabst Blue Ribbon. Gross the lead again. Here's the pitch. Burke hits it foul down the right field line, back into the stands, and it's 0-2. Big tailgate party tonight out behind the center field fence. They must have had about 3,000 out there in this one, a combined party headed by Donahue's and Derry's and several other pubs around the city. Also a big gang from West Bend. Here's the check at first. Down comes the pitch. A little bit low, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Oak Lanes from Juneau tailgate party celebrating the 22nd anniversary of the owners. I'm not sure if that's of the bowling alley or wedding anniversary. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Burke, and he's upstairs with that one. 2-2. And the Big Kelly's Massage Parlor tailgate party tonight. They had over 300 out there. I think they have about 5 or 6 a year. Very nice people. No, they're really not in the massage parlor business. That's a gag name. The stretch, the pitch. Breaking ball hanging high and inside. Slaton, that was ahead of Burke. Now he's behind him. 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. A runner at first. Gross getting a lead. He's on with a free ride. Jimmy Slaton glances over at the runner. And he is on the way. Here's a pitch. 3-2. Broken bat ground ball off the glove of Slaton. Back into a Yount. No play. Had Slaton not touched that ball, Yount would have had a play. But it deflected. Went sailing off his glove. And away from Yount into the hole at short. And Yount kept the ball from going into short left field, which would have allowed Gross to go into third. So it's a base hit, the second of the game. And while Essian comes up, 10 seconds for identification. You're on the Brewer Radio Network.
This is the Big 94 from the Door Peninsula, WDOR FM, Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin.
Merle and Bob with you at County Stadium. Big Tim Travata just brought the group list in. He's got a lot of them here tonight. Jim Essian is the batter, hitting a .222. Bando has been over the mound to talk to Slaton. There's nobody out. Essian squaring around. He's going to bunt. He left the bat out there, but he took the pitch down low ball. It's 1-0. Essian is giving the bunt away, which makes you a little suspicious that he might step back and take a whack at it with the infield charging. Now it looks like Essian's going to cock the bat, which means he might bunt. Here's the stretch by Slaton, and the pitch he's going to swing away. Takes a strike, a fastball. One ball and 1 strike to Essian. Cooper is staying in close at first and Bando at third. Slaton works to the big catcher. Here's the pitch. He's around to bunt again, takes it high for a ball. That is 2-1. Gross is taking a big jump off second with a pitch, and Yount's getting a little closer to him every time. 2 balls to strike. He's cutting in behind him. Gross grabbing a lead again. Slaton delivers. Essian takes inside, ball 3. Come on, Jimmy. 3 balls and a strike. 3-1 to Essian. Slaton is digging himself a ditch right here. Now he throws to Essian, and he pops it up. Around the plate. Moore can't find the ball. Somebody's got to help. Here comes Cooper. Here comes Bando. It's going to be Coop. And the ball rolled right up his arm, and he held onto it. Charlie Moore couldn't find the ball. It was right up above him, but when he looked around, he threw his arms out. He couldn't pick the ball up. Could have lost it in the lights. But he put his arms out and told everybody, hey, I don't know where it is. I need help. And both Bando and Cooper came down. I think the infield fly rule was on anyway. 1 out. It was on. 1 down, 2 to the board. Here's Guerrero back of the lineup after going to Oakland for a physical exam. He's hitting at .231 with 8 runs batted in. One out, 2 to the board. Slaton is ready at the belt. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball hangs inside. 1-0. Now Charlie Moore is going to the mound to talk to Slaton. Well, let's see. Lots and lots of groups here this evening, including Brookfield Congregational United Church, Modern Woodman 2068, Cudrick's Bar, J&R's Bar, and Emmanuel Lutheran Church, and Giuseppe's Pizza, and Concordia College. We mentioned them. They had a big tailgate party. Guerrero with an open stance, cocks the bat high. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike. No score. Top of the second at County Stadium. Slaton works on Guerrero. Mario fouls it off on the first base side, back into the stands. 1-2. Well, you enjoy your tailgate party even more when you bring along some Johnsonville Polish sausage. So try some delicious Johnsonville Polish sausage on your next tailgate party. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Guerrero. Slaton delivers. Mario hits a fly ball to center. Backing up is Gorman Thomas, now in to make the catch. Tagging at second, Gross. He's going to hold. The ball comes right into the cutoff man, Robin Young. With 2 down, Mike Edwards will be up. Batting .203 with 7 runs batted in. No homers. Two down. 2 on, second inning, no score. Seattle and Texas are underway. Down in Arlington, no score at the end of 1. Cubs have tied the Phillies 1-1 at the end of 4. Slaton now works to Edwards, who takes it high for ball 1. Cincinnati beat the Dodgers 3-1 this afternoon. Did they have a brawl last night in Los Angeles as the Dodgers hammered the Reds? Here's the next pitch. Foul out of play upstairs off to the right. Last night the Dodgers humiliated the Reds 17-6. And the Reds didn't like it a bit. They had 2 fights out there, one that lasted a long, long time. 1 ball and a strike. Now time is called as Edwards steps away. Remember Rick Auerbach, the Brewers shortstop of several years ago? He was right in the middle of that thing. Didn't know Rick could get as fired up as that, but he did. He's with the Reds, of course. The stretch down, and the pitch. Low and outside with the hard stuff. 2 balls and a strike. Two down and 2 on at the top of the second. Slaton comes set. Gross the lead at second. Checked by Slaton. Here's the pitch. Missed outside and low. Ball 3 and strike 1. Group here tonight from Hartwig's Gobbler. We had a great time out there today. Mike Caldwell, Don Money, Paul Molitor, and I. We met a lot of good Brewer fans. Kim Downing is here tonight, celebrating her mother's birthday. In fact, the Downing family is here. 3-1 pitch. Popped up on the infield. Coming down is Bando. He's under it. And Sal makes the catch, and that'll do it. No runs, 1 hit, 2 left. After an inning and a half, Oakland nothing, Milwaukee nothing on the Brewer Radio Network.
Since 1932, Forney has been known as the top name in arc welding. Forney products offer top quality and performance and are available at GTC Auto Parts in Sturgeon Bay, home of the CarQuest Auto Parts program. Nearly 1 million Forney welders have been sold worldwide for arc, spot, and inert gas welders, welding supplies, acetylene equipment, battery chargers, and other Forney products. see GTC Auto Parts, home of the CarQuest Auto Parts program, South 3rd Avenue in Sturgeon Bay.
The food is delicious, the service fast, and the menu very complete at the Sandpiper Restaurant in Bailey's Harbor. You'll especially enjoy their 3 weekly specials: perch on Friday, meatloaf on Saturday, and roasted chicken on Sunday. The Sandpiper Restaurant features the tastiest homemade desserts, and be sure to try their delicious sandwiches served on homemade bread and buns. They're open every day from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Hungry? Stop at the Sandpiper Restaurant on Highway 57, north end of Bailey's Harbor. M's Beer Mart and Liquor Store on Jefferson Street in downtown Sturgeon Bay has a good selection of beer, wine, and packaged goods. See them for your party needs. Let M's help you with selecting a wine for dinner or that special occasion. They have domestic and imported wines in a wide range of sizes and prices. Their in-store specials every week can help your budget. They have kegs of beer and pumps and plastic glasses at M's.
In the West Bend area.
Rick Langford getting ready for the bottom of the second. No score in this game. Hey, Bob, we met some super kids out at Hartwig's today. The kids from St. Coletta's out of Jefferson, Wisconsin. Yes, sir. Really wonderful young people and great fans. They all ask you they're listening tonight, sitting by their radios, right, in Jefferson. So, and they all ask about all the gang from St. Colette. Yeah, I tell you, they're great fans of yours. They want to know about the pass ball school and, a few things like that. Anybody's a candidate, Merle. Love to have them. Here's Ben Oglivie leading off against Langford, and he takes a mighty cut and doesn't connect. Oglivie hitting a 206, 9 homers, 24 runs batted in. We really enjoyed the visit out there today. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Strike over the outside corner. And Benji didn't like it. Oglivie has had only one hit in the series so far against the A's in 3 ball games, 1 out of 12. Langford, the right-hander, pumps throws. Off speed, drill back to the middle of the center. And Oglivie takes the turn and holds now as Murphy comes up with the ball and gets it back into the infield. He came in with a high changeup, and Oglivie went after it about shoulder high and belted it back over second base for hit number 2 for the Brewers. Well, here's another guy, Bob. I just said to Bob a moment ago between innings, I said, I think this guy is throwing more off-speed stuff than he used to throw. I don't understand an 0-2 changeup. He just threw a fastball by Benji and then came with a good breaking ball, a slider around the outside part, and threw a hanging changeup up there. Bad spot for it anyway, and Ben ripped that ball back up the middle. Here's Lascano. Sixto had 2 homers last night, 8 for the year, and he goes after the first pitch and misses strike 1. And he was going for the down. Lascano has knocked in 31 runs. He's hitting .305. He's hit safely in 14 of the last 16 ball games. Here's the next pitch. Down low a ball. Langford changing speeds a lot. Sixto is now 3rd in the American League. Slugging average-wise, .585. Throw to first. Oglivie is back. He's 9th in the league with 31 runs batted in. Langford, the right-hander, sets. Here's the pitch. Sixto, it's a bouncing ball foul outside of 3rd. But it's a ball to strike. Group here tonight from Bobby's Tavern, the Apostle Church, Valley Park Incorporated, Tommy's K, the Regal Beloit Corporation has a group here tonight. Langford looks over at first, comes on with a pitch. Lascano, the ground ball to short. Charged by Guerrero, scoops and throws to second. That's all he'll get. Edwards took the throw and got out of the way of Oglivie. Lascano was on with the fielder's choice, throwing a Bando. 6-4 on the play at second. Bando was hit safely in the last 4 games. Now hitting at .224. 3 home runs and 13 runs batted in for Bando. He's had 6 hits the last 14 times up. So he started to move up a bit. No score. Brewers have a runner at first and 1 out. Rick Langford, a tall right-hander, stretches, holds, delivers. Bando drops a running bunt on the third base side, but it goes foul with a pop-up. Langford charged off the mound trying to grab it. Brewer Baseball brought to you by Chevrolet and your Chevrolet dealers. I've been telling you, I've been driving this Citation the last week, and it is a great car. Best testimony I can give you. is my 17-year-old son's opinion of the car. Bruce, he went out in the driveway, and he came back and he said, "Boy, Dad, that car is cool." He said, "It's neat inside." The check at first. And Langford throws the runner going. Swung on, fouled down at the plate. Low inside sinker, 0-2 the count. Then he said, he said, that car is bigger inside than it looks from the outside. And it is, folks. If you haven't driven that Citation, whether you're 17 or 79, you're going to love it. It's quite a car. See it at your Chevy dealers and test drive it right away. The check at first base. Here's the pitch. Bando swung at a bad pitch and he missed it. Strike three. Reaching. Now Gorman Thomas batting .257. He comes up with 2 down, 1 on. Drove in the winning run last night. 28 RBIs for the year and 11 homers. In the last 29 games, Gorman has hit .344. We are going to have, by the way, a large group at a Chevrolet party out here tomorrow. Here's a throw to first with the runner back. 2 down. Lascano was the base runner. No score. Bottom of the first inning. The stretch. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Foul back. Big cut by Thomas. So far in May, and this is May 26th, the Brewers have won 12 and lost 11. In April, they were 13 and 9. Two down, runner at first. Gorman Thomas steps back into the batter's box. Big, strong left fielder from Charleston, South Carolina. Langford at the belt throws. Thomas pelts one to left field, but it's going to hook foul. Back into the stands. That is 0-2. The Brewers have played only 18 home games out of the 45 that they've been in so far this year. And the fans have really inspired them. Boy, fans have helped them rally and come from behind in some of those games, some real thrillers. Langford set for the 0-2 pitch and then straddled the rubber as Lascano gave him a look toward second. Newman guards the bag to the base runner. Thomas digs in, holds the bat right down to the knob. The stretch by Langford. Here comes the pitch. Struck him out swinging with a breaking ball. So Thomas is gone. That's a 4th strikeout for Langford. And it's no runs and a hit and 1 left. At the end of 2, Oakland nothing, Milwaukee nothing on the Brewer Radio Network.
It's time to start thinking seriously about saving money and where you should save it. There was a time when just about every savings institution offered the same benefit. But the 640 credit unions throughout Wisconsin have changed all that with payroll deductions, new high-paying passbook and certificate accounts, share drafts, convenient locations, and safety. With all accounts insured up to $40,000 by the Wisconsin Credit Union Savings Insurance Corporation. Start saving the credit union way.
Hi kids, I'm Sal Bando, captain of the Brewers Pepsi-Cola Fan Club. And if you're 16 or younger, you can join too. You'll receive tickets to 5 Brewer games, a club t-shirt, and membership cards. This offer has a retail value of $15, but it can be yours for only $3. Details and applications are available on specially marked cartons of Pepsi-Cola at all participating food stores. Hurry today. Applications must be postmarked no later than May 30th. Back the Brewers in 79. Join the Brewers Pepsi-Cola Fan Club and have a Pepsi Day.
We've played 2 innings of scoreless baseball here at County Stadium. The Brewers and the A's come to bat in the top of the 3rd, and here's Bob.
Okay, Merle, and Dwayne Murphy will lead it off. He's the Oakland center fielder. Murphy, Murray, and Mitchell Page against right-hander Jim Slaton. Slaton is ready. Here's the pitch to Murphy, and he's off the outside corner with a fastball, and it's 1-0 on Murphy. Hitting at .279 with 4 home runs, and he's knocked in 9. The 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball is good for a strike, and the count's even. 1 ball, 1 strike on Murphy. A left-handed batter. Bando up tight at third. Slaton delivers. Murphy takes an overhand curve for a strike, and it's 1-2. Ball 1, strike 2 on Murphy. Jimmy Slaton after his 4th win of the year. The windup in the 1-2 pitch. Here's a pop-up on the infield. Behind second base, Jimmy Gantner is calling. Lascano right behind him. Gantner makes the play, and that retires Murphy. 1 out. Here's Larry Murray. He reached on an infield single back in the first inning. Compact 410 from Janesville as a group tonight. Milwaukee Sentinel District Sales Managers. Lombardus from Waukesha. Hazel Green Baseball Team. WPDR, WDDC Radio as a group. Barnaby's with a big gang tonight. The Hat Gang is here. Ben's Den, Ripon Eagles, Paul Sundial, and Brattles from Milwaukee. The pitch to Larry Murray on a check swing. It's a strike. 0-1 to Murray. Slaton leans in for the sign. The target is up by more. Here's the pitch. Strike 2 called. He got the outside corner. 0-2. The A's 0, the Brewers 0 in the third. The pitch, low and outside, fastball from Slaton. Ball 1, strike 2. The hits are even 2 apiece. The A's lead the series so far. They have taken 3 of the 5 games played. The windup in the 1-2 pitch. Low and inside. Slaton missed for the breaking pitch. Ball 2 and strike 2. The arm back and the 2-2 pitch. Bouncer, first base side. Cooper backs up a step. He's got it. Quick toss to Slaton, and they get Murray. That guy's got good speed. 2 up and 2 down brings up Mitchell Page, the DH. Well, I want to send special birthday wishes tonight. Good Brewer fan. Well, look at the trumpet sitting over there. A couple of boxes over, Merle. Marie Seelig is celebrating a birthday today. Marie Seelig, a birthday, huh? Bud Selig's mom. Here's the pitch to Page, a swing and a pop-up. Bando calling, foul territory. He's got it. And the inning is over. And a happy birthday to Marie Seelig.
She only going to have 1 this year, or 2? Do we give her 1 or 2?
One birthday, that's it.
Well, you have,
Still looking great. Still looking great. In the Oakland third, 3 up and 3 down. At the end of 2.5 innings of play, still scoreless on the Brewer Radio Network.
It was June 1st, 1925, and the manager of the New York Yankees had sent in a pinch hitter. He was fresh to the team, but Lou Gehrig played on for a record of more than 2,000 consecutive games. It was Gehrig's first at bat, a truly big moment in baseball. Like that big moment when you bite into the big one from Oscar Mayer. The quarter-pound wieners and beef franks with a taste that's bigger, beefier, and better than ever. Discover the big taste of the big one from Oscar Mayer.
We make it easy for you. Go Ozark. We make it easy for you.
Fly Ozark Airlines to sunny Florida. Ozark has 2 direct jets to Orlando every day, where Disney World, SeaWorld, and the Circus World are just the beginning. Travel Monday through Friday and save 40% round trip with Ozark Super Savers. Weekend travel is 30% off. Now, seats are limited, so call Ozark or call your professional travel advisor today and fly Ozark to Florida.
When you want to get there in a hurry and in comfort and without a care. Cause that Ozark is the airline in the schedule to get you there. So Ozark.
Direct daily service to Orlando on Ozark.
In the Brewers' third, it'll be Charlie Moore, Jim Gantner, and Robin Yount against right-hander Rick Langford, who has allowed 2 base hits. A single by Yount back in the first, and a base hit by Ben Oglivie leading off in the second. I want to say hello to a good Brewer fan hospitalized, Mike Zarnsdorf. Got to get him out and get him back out here again. Get him out here for the Yankee series. In and out very quickly. Great Brewer fan hospitalized, and I know he's listening tonight. So, Mike, get Get well and get back in a hurry. Well, they leave town. Here's a ball high inside to Moore. Charlie hitting at 373. Langford's 1-0 pitch. Drilled on one hop to the shortstop, Guerrero. He made a nice play, tossed to Newman, and that retires Moore. One out brings up Jim Gantner, the Brewers' second baseman tonight. Paul Molitor gets a day of rest. Gantner at 271. He has a 5-game hitting streak alive. First time up, he bounced to second. Langford has a sign from Essien. The Oakland right-hander pumps and delivers, and Gantner looks at a strike, and it's 0-1. 0-1 to Jim Gantner. The one-strike delivery, Jimmy bluffed a bunt, took an overhand curve for a strike. He was about 2 steps from the batter's box on the first base side. Had that pitch been inside, he would have pulled it down the first base side. But it was a breaking ball. 2 strikes on Gantner. Langford delivers. Gantner taps foul, and it's still 0-2. Final game of the series tomorrow. Sorensen against Steve McCaddy. The target up by Essien, the pitch to Gantner. Jimmy swings and pops it in the short left center. Coming on, the left fielder, Glenn Burke. He's there. He makes the catch, 2 down. Brings up Robin Yount, the shortstop. I'm going to tell you that Gantner was red hot against Oakland. Starting tonight's game at 7:50 was 6 for 8. 6 base hits in a doubleheader last Sunday. Here's Robin hitting at 237. He has homered 3 times, knocked in 12 runs. He singled the right field back in the first inning. Langford delivers, and Robin looks low and outside. The Brewers have had runners in the first 2 innings against Langford, but have yet to score. The 1-0 pitch to Robin, swing and a miss. Good breaking ball, and he pulled a string on it. 1-1 to Yount. Robin went to second on a wild pitch back in the first inning. 1-1 delivery, bounced toward short. Big hop for Guerrero, toss to Newman, and that ends the Brewers' third. Easy inning for Langford. 3 up, 3 down. At the end of 3, 0-0 on the Brewer Radio Network.
Well, I'm leaving now, don't need no reservation, got no hesitation, got no ribbon on my mind, gonna head outside all those other places, look for friendly faces, got no ribbon on my mind, I got no ribbon on my mind.
There are a lot of beers, but there's only one Pabst. It's brewed to be the best, naturally, with no artificial ingredients, and you can taste it.
I'm thinking cold blue ribbon, I've got half the ribbon on my mind.
Hi, this is Bob Euchre for Electronic Realty Associates and your Wisconsin ERA brokers. To sell your home fast, make sure you have the big red ERA super sign. Behind it stands powerful advertising and trained independent real estate professionals that can give your home maximum market exposure, local, state, and national. Your ERA super sign can even protect you and your buyer with the exclusive ERA limited home warranty. To sell your home faster and easier, call your ERA broker now. To the Oakland 4th inning, and Jeff Newman leads off against Slaton, and he takes an overhand curve for a strike. Newman at 225, he has homered 6 times and knocked in 24 runs. Slaton's 0-1 pitch is hammered toward Robin. He's got it. Easy play to Cooper, 1 down. It brings up the third baseman, Wayne Gross. Gross drew a leadoff walk from Slaton back in the second. The A's had 2 on with nobody out, but Slaton pitched out of it. He walked Gross, gave up an infield single to Burke, then got Essien, Guerrero, and Edwards to end it. Gross at 290, 7 home runs, and he has knocked in 23. Slaton delivers a fastball hit toward right, cut off by Gantner on a nice play on to Cooper, 2 men out. Nice play by Jimmy Gantner, going to his left to dig that one out from Wayne Gross. Here is Glenn Burke. Slaton has thrown 3 pitches here in the fourth, and he has 2 outs. Glenn Burke at 226. Right-handed batter waiting. Slaton delivers. Curveball hit toward the gap in left center. Thomas coming on. It'll drop for a base hit. Glenn Burke singles with 2 men out. It'll bring up the catcher, Jim Essian. Glenn Burke has hit safely now in 5 straight games. He's 2 for 2. He's on at first for Jim Essian. Essian with 1 home run, 8 RBIs, and he is hitting .222. The outfield shades him around slightly toward left field. The stretch and the pitch. Inside breaking ball missed. 1-0 on Essian. Jimmy Slaton, glove on knee, leans in for the sign for more. Burke leads at first the pitch. Essian swings and misses. Good fastball from Slaton. Other groups here at County Stadium. Group from McDonald's, AARP and Shamrock, O'Donoghue's Irish Pub. The bank is here. The Wheelhouse, Lost Dutchman Mine as a group. Ball 1, strike 1. Throw to first. Burke's back in time. Conway's is here. Paint Tricks Incorporated, Cali & Son Construction, Raintree Publishing, Schuley Corporation. The 1-1 delivery. Essian takes low to dirt, pops away from Moore. Burke's got a chance to go to third, and he will, and he'll make it standing. Cooper retrieved that ball near the Brewer dugout, and Burke winds up at third. So a wild pitch. Charge to Slaton. A runner at third with 2 outs. The pitch was a breaking ball in the dirt. Moore went down to get it. The ball popped off his chest protector and ended up near the Brewer dugout before Cooper finally retrieved it. Burlington Northern Freight with the group tonight. National Hardware, NML South American Agency, Standard Electric, Globe Union, B-Day Gang from Concordia College. 2 balls and a strike to pitch. Essian checked in time on a low breaking ball. 3-1 now for the Oakland catchers. The A's about hit the Brewers 3-2 in this game. Still scoreless. Burke leads at third. Slaton draws the arm back to pitch. High and inside, Essian's on. That's the second walk given up by Slaton, and it brings up the Oakland shortstop, Mario Guerrero. Brewer Baseball being brought to you by ERA, Electronic Realty Associates. If you're buying or selling your home, get national exposure with ERA, Electronic Realty Associates. Find your new home if you're buying in ERA's Home Buyer magazine. The stretch by Slaton to Guerrero. Popped up. First ball hitting. Robin out. The shortstop calling. Robin's got it, and the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, 2 left for the Oakland A's after 3.5. Oakland nothing, Milwaukee nothing on the Brewer Radio Network.
Life insurance for children? Your kids will thank you for it later. Because when you get Children's Estate Builder Life Insurance from auto owners, you're doing a lot more than just insuring your child's life. You're insuring your child's future by guaranteeing his or her insurability later on. And that could mean a lot for not a lot of money. Come see us about it. You'll thank us, too.
See the Dave Thomas Insurance Agency in Sister Bay for all types of insurance. Call 854-4433. For great German and American food, come to Jacksonport's Ivanhoe. Enjoy German sauerbraten, Wiener Schnitzel, beef rouladen, potato dumplings, and red cabbage, and more. Steak and lobster are a couple of the American items at the Ivanhoe in Jacksonport, serving Wednesday through Sunday. Spring is the season to shop for men and boys at Wee's Clothing in Algoma. Stop and see the new 2-layer knit shirt with a layer of cotton next to you for comfort and a layer of polyester on the outside to hold its shape. New spring jackets for men have just arrived. For the young man, there's the all-new satin look in jackets in 8 exciting colors. Be sure to make Wee's Clothing your headquarters for Lee jeans and Lee Western shirts. Yes, spring is more exciting than ever when you do your clothes shopping at Wee's Clothing, 322 Steel Street in Algoma.
In the Brewer fourth inning, Cooper, Davis, and Oglivie against right-hander Rick Langford. Another pitcher's battle tonight. Brewers got the victory last night by a score of 3-2. The A's have played the Brewers tough this year. Cooper struck out his first time up. His average starting tonight's game at 301. The 0 for 1 has dropped Cooper below the 300 mark for the first time all year long. The pitch to him, base hit will change all that. Here's a breaking ball high and outside. Cooper with 8 home runs. He leads the club in RBIs with 33. The pitch hit in the air in the infield. Shortstop, Mario Guerrero. He's got it. 1 out. Here's Dick Davis, a strikeout victim his first time up. The Brewer DH hitting at 288. He has hit safely in 6 of his last 7 games. 3 home runs for Davis, 10 RBIs. Langford leans in for the side. Here's the first pitch to Davis. Breaking ball is a strike in the outside corner. Good, sharp breaking slider. Davis starting tonight's contest hitting at 238 against Oakland. He was 5 for 21. The 1-strike delivery. A changeup missed low and outside. Essien had the backhand. 1 ball and 1 strike. Sorensen tomorrow afternoon against Steve McCaddy. 1-1 to Davis. Swing and a miss. Another breaking ball by Langford. Hasn't thrown too many fastballs tonight. A lot of off-speed stuff. And he's been throwing strikes. He shakes off a sign and Davis steps out. Now the right-hander is ready. Here's the pitch. Davis, swing and a miss. Kind of an excuse-me job by Davis that time. I didn't want to. Second strikeout for Davis. And that is number 5 in the game for Langford. 2 men out, here's Ben Oglivie. He has one of the 2 Brewer base hits. He's single to center, leading off in the second. Langford delivers. Change-up drill deep to right field, but he hooks it foul. Now Langford, again with a changeup on Ben Oglivie. His first time up, he had Benji 0-2. 2 strikes. He came with a changeup, and Ben ripped a line drive to center. Here's the 0-1 delivery. There's a fastball hitting the air out of play behind the Oakland dugout. 2 strikes on Ben Oglivie. One of the few fastballs that Langford has thrown tonight, and it was a good one. Strikes on Ben Oglivie with 2 men out here in the 4th inning. 0-0 contest. Langford takes off a sign. Now he's ready. Essien sets the target to pitch. Low in the dirt, knocked down by Essien. And it's a ball and 2 strikes. Oglivie, a couple of nights ago, hit his first home run since April 18th. Been a long, dry spell for Benji. The pitch. Fouled out of play, he had a good cut. Fouled it back upstairs. He hit that home run in the final game against California in the 3rd inning with 2 on. Ball 1 and strike 2 to Ben. Langford delivers. Benji swings and misses. Strikeout number 6 for the Oakland right-hander. 3 up and 3 down. Langford has now retired the last 10 in a row. At the end of 4, Oakland 0, Milwaukee 0 on the Brewer Radio Network.
A caterer for my daughter's wedding. Dinner for 200 people. Right after the ceremony, in the church hall. Because Bertha's finally getting married, and I'd rather feed 200 people once than keep feeding Bertha for the rest of her life.
Wisconsin Telephone.
Wow, Bob, the Brewer Pepsi fan club has really taken off. Hundreds of kids 16 and younger have already signed up.
That's right, Merle, and there's still time to join before the May 30th deadline. Some kids have found their stores have run out of the membership application. So here's what they can do. Just send a letter with your name, address, and age, and 2 labels from any large bottle of Pepsi, or the words Pepsi-Cola, written on a 3x5 card. Send that along with a $3 check or money order made out to Brewer Pepsi Fan Club and mail it to Post Office Box 45, Jackson, Wisconsin, 53037.
And don't forget, Bob, they have to include their T-shirt size. Youth is for sizes 14-16. Small adult is size 34-36. Medium adult is size 38-40. And large adult is size 42-44. Their folks can help them pick out the right size. Then they'll get their T-shirt, official membership card, and tickets to 5 Brewer games. What's that address again, Bob?
Brewer Pepsi Fan Club, Merle. Post Office Box 45, Jackson, Wisconsin, 53037.
Have a Pepsi day.
Yeah, right. Now getting back to Ben Oglivie, talking about that home run. It was Bando that hadn't hit a home run. He hit one the other night. He hadn't hit the home run since April 18th. Ben's hit a couple since. Hit one in California against Nolan Ryan. Top of the 5th, here's Merle.
Thank you, Bob. And Mike Edwards takes a strike over the outside corner. Right-handed batting second baseman who popped up in the second inning, hitting in the number 9 spot of the order, and he chases a breaking ball outside. He missed it. 2, Dwayne Murphy to be up next, and then Larry Murray. No balls, 2 strikes. Slaton right back to the next offering, and it's hit foul down the right field line, being chased by Cooper, but he's not going to get to it. Lascano was over, and Gantner was over. Ball bouncing up into the crowd. Still 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Another game to go tomorrow. Larry Sorensen will pitch for the Brewers. Larry will be going for his 7th win of the year. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Outside a ball. One ball and 2 strikes. Slaton kicks and throws, and Edwards fouls this one to the upper deck. The Yankees are in here Monday afternoon. Remember, it's a 1:30 ball game on Monday, Memorial Day. Plenty of seats available for all 4 Yankee games. Monday, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, and Thursday night. Well, there's that Kelly's Massage Parlor gang down the left field line, being saluted now in the pentagram. Here's a 1-2 pitch. Line drive, right center, headed for the gap. Thomas to run it down. Lascano backhands the ball in the gap. Edwards speeds to second with a double. So Mike Edwards, after fouling off several pitches, hit a slicer into the gap in right center away from Thomas. And Lascano and Sixto finally made the backhand stop. So the A's have a threat going here with a leadoff batter with a double in the 5th. Kelly's Massage Parlor, 300 strong. Ah, that's a great gang of young people. Young business people. I still don't know where they got that name, though. Here's the stretch by Slaton. Murphy waiting. Now the pitch. Strike and a breaking stop. And it's 0-1. No score. We're in the 5th inning. Game 2. The A's have out at the Brewers now, 4-2. Down behind the plate, Charlie Moore gives the side. Jimmy check throws. There's a swing and a fly ball. Hit the left down the line. Chased by Oglivie over in foul territory. He's got a shot at it. The ball comes back. No, it stayed in foul territory, but he caught it anyway. I still think it was a fair ball. The ball was... One down. Larry Murray, the batter. Edwards on second. Slaton with a gloved hand down to the left knee, taking a long look at Charlie Moore, and now Murray steps out of the box. The stretch down. In comes the pitch. Fastball low, 1-0. Mike McCaddy, who pitched well in relief in the series in Oakland, will be the starter tomorrow, replacing John Henry Johnson. McCanty against Sorensen tomorrow. 1 ball, no strikes. The target up by Charlie Moore. Here's the pitch. Down low into the dirt, blocked by Moore. And to throw to second. They may have a play. Oh, they just missed him. Mike Edwards was a little late getting back, and Moore gunned to throw to Yount. The throw was back on the third base side of second, and Robin had to lean back to get it. Had the throw been right on the bag, Edwards would have been out and red face. Two balls and no strikes. Now Jimmy is set. The right arm back, and here's the pitch. There's a bouncing ball to the first base side. They got to hurry. Slaton picks it up, tags the runner going by for the out, and Edwards goes on to third. Had Cooper had to field that ball, I think Murray would have gone by him and been safe at first. So Slaton charged over there and made the glove hand pickup, then stepped over for the tag. Here's Page. Mitchell twice has fouled the Bando. Two down, a runner at third. Slaton looks over there, winds and delivers to Page. Inside of all. The A's twice have had a runner at third. They had Burke over there in the fourth inning. He had singled, and then Slaton wild pitched him to third. Edwards now over there with two down. Here's the pitch to Page. There's a drive into center field. Thomas back and makes the catch. Ball hit like a bullet. So that will do it for the A's in the fifth inning. No runs and a hit and one left. After 4.5, Oakland nothing, Milwaukee nothing on the Brewer Radio Network.
Brewer fans, Gibson's in Sturgeon Bay is a sporting goods to keep you in shape and for enjoyment. Gibson's has volleyball sets at $7.47 and $11.97. Deluxe badminton sets at $14.97. Life vests at $4.67 and Stearns Life vests at $19.88. For the fishermen, Gibson's has one of the largest selections of fishing supplies around, all discount price. Names like Zebco rods and reels, Daiwa, and others you can trust. There are water skis, basketballs, and backboard sets, and baseball gloves, balls, and bats at Gibson's Discount Center on Sturgeon Bay's Egg Harbor Road, Business 42 and 57.
When you're hungry, you want to sit down to a meal you can really enjoy. That's why you'll want to partake in delicious dining soon at the Scandia in Sturgeon Bay. Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, it's family-style chicken. Friday, be sure to try their fish buffet. On Sundays, it's their famous brunch from 11 until 2, or the evening buffet from 5 until 10. The Scandia Supper Club is waiting to serve you with a fine meal. The Scandia, Highway 4257, just north of Sturgeon Bay.
Put an end to house painting hassle with Mural Guard, the quality aluminum siding system available at Van's Lumber and Hardware in Dykesville. Mural Guard is made by the Mural Aluminum Company, famous for quality aluminum products, and offers a transferable 30-year limited warranty, a full line of matching and contrasting trim accessories, and is available in 8 different styles in a wide variety of colors. It can save energy, too. Vans has the crews available to put it on, can also cover the faceboards and soffits on overhangs, and cap windows. For a free estimate, see Van's Lumber and Hardware, Dykesville.
992501. That's Hartwig's Gobbler, halfway between Milwaukee and Madison at Johnson Creek.
In the bottom of the fifth inning, Sixto Lascano will be leading off, followed by Sal Bando and Gorman Thomas. And the Brewers have been able to do nothing with Rick Langford. They've had one runner each second, Yount, in the first inning. So come on, Sixto, let's get her going. Get the fans all cranked up here. Rick Langford, tall right-hander, has 2 hit the Brewers. He's into the windup. Here's the pitch to Sixto. Breaking ball, he clipped the corner with it. Strike one. Lascano was on by a fielder's choice in the second inning. Langford right back with the next pitch. Sixto, it's a bouncing ball to short, and Guerrero fields, throws to first. Good play, and he got him. Guerrero throws out Lascano. Now Sal Bando struck out of the second inning. On Saturday, June 9th, it's going to be the 3rd annual Manitowoc Two Rivers Night here at County Stadium. They've sold over 1,800 tickets so far, and they say they're going to add another 500 before the game. Tickets are available at WOMT Radio. There's a drive in the center off the bat of Bando, and coming up to make the catch is Murphy. 2 down. Here's Thomas, who struck out of the second. So check in at WOMT Radio for tickets for the Manitowoc Two Rivers Night on June 9th. All the WOMT staff with Don C. Hafer and company going to be down here for a big tailgate party that night. Sure look forward to seeing them. Here's the wind of the pitch to Thomas. Strike to the outside corner. Boy, Langford has really had things his own way. The Brewers have had 2 base runners. 1 strike to count. No score. Bottom of the 5th. Langford down with the next pitch. There's a drive to left field. He didn't get enough of it. Right off the end of the bat. Under the ball is Burt, and it's another easy inning for Langford. He has retired 12 in a row since Oglivie singled in the 2nd inning. Nothing across. At the end of 5, Oakland nothing, Milwaukee nothing on the Brewer Radio Network.
Well, the time is right now. Gonna celebrate. Wanna taste that great. Got the ribbon on my mind. And meet some friends, relax and talk a while. Wanna be with style. Got the ribbon on my mind. I got that ribbon on my mind. More and more lately I find. I'm not a baseball hitter. I'm thinking close to it. I got that ribbon on my mind.
There are a lot of beers, but there's only one Pabst. It's brewed to be the best, naturally, with no artificial ingredients, and you can taste it.
I got a baseball hitter. I'm thinking close to it. I got that ribbon on my mind.
Well, Bob, the promise of warm weather in Wisconsin is finally here, and it's time to get outdoors and work around the yard or fix up the old house a bit.
And your best helper this spring could be Wisconsin Master Charge from the people at Foremost Card Services. You can use Master Charge all over Wisconsin for thousands of different reasons. Shop with it, travel with it, even get a cash advance if you need it.
Master Charge is the most recognized name in the charge card business, so you know you can depend on it to get the job done.
Your best helper this spring could be a Wisconsin Master Charge. Put one to work for you.
Jeff Newman leading off for the A's. We're in the 6th inning of the scoreless game. Newman is 0 for 2, having grounded out twice. Jim Slaton has given up 4 hits and 2 walks. Rick Langford has been very stingy. First pitch to Newman is low ball. He has struck out 6, Langford has. No walks and 2 hits. Slaton throws to Newman. Jeff checks and is high and away. Ball 2 and no strikes. Brewer Baseball being brought to you by Mott's Paint and your Mott's Paint dealer. 2-0 pitch. Newman pops it up outside of first. This one's playable. Cooper's over. On the track, near the dugout. He's got it. 1 away. Newman has fouled to first. Here's Wayne Gross with a walk and a ground ball. Out. See your Mott's dealer. The old painting season is here, you know, and before you go out and just start buying all kinds of paint and so forth, go ahead and talk to your Mott's dealer and tell him how much surface you have to cover. He'll give you an idea on how to save some money on paint. Here's a ball going inside. 1-0 the count. All of us have a tendency to try to buy too much or use too much, and he'll help you figure out exactly what you need. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Gross hits a ground ball to right field. Oh, almost a save there by Gantner with a headlong dive, but he couldn't get it. So Gross is on with a single. He is 1 for 2. That is hit number 5 for Oakland. And up comes Glenn Burke, who is 2 for 2. The Phantom is out this weekend, painting the stripes down the middle of the interstate in North Dakota. Good day, good weekend for the Phantom to do that. 1 out, 1 on. We're in the 6th. Slaton a glance at first. There goes the runner. Here's the pitch. And a bunt on the third base side is going to be fielded by Charlie Moore. Throw to first. He got him. Oh, what a play by Cooper, though. Moore slipped as he was throwing the ball. He threw that ball from down around his knees, a sidearm throw to first. And he threw that ball right at Cooper's shoe tops, and the runner was going by, and a good play by Coop and by Charlie. So a sacrifice sending Gross to second. And here is Jim Essian with a pop-up and a walk. Big Jim Essian, the catcher. 2 down. The stretch by Slaton. In comes the pitch. Essien takes the strike. Waist high at the inside corner. No balls and a strike. Now the target is set. Down at second, a lead by Gross. And Slaton delivers. Strike to the outside corner. He moves it to the other side of the plate. No balls, 2 strikes. Texas has taken a 2-1 lead over Seattle at the end of 5. This is the only other game going at the American League tonight. Everything else was played this afternoon. The Orioles won in extra innings in Detroit. Here's the pitch to Essien. Shot to the outside corner and he missed it. And Essien wouldn't chase it either. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Toronto beat the Red Sox 7-6. And the Indians sent Tommy John down to defeat for the first time this year, beating the Yankees 8-4. John is now 9-1. Slaton wants more to start over the sign. Gross on second and 2 down. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Essien. Slaton to the belt. Lead at second by Gross. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 call. Fastball to the outside corner, and Essien knew it. So Slaton nails Essien. No runs and a hit and 1 left. After 5.5. Oakland nothing, Milwaukee nothing on the Brewer Radio Network.
The barbecue season is upon us, and Wolf Propane Service wants to help you enjoy it to the fullest. Wolf Propane on Madison Avenue in Sturgeon Bay is having a great sale on several styles of barbecue grills, and you can buy them with clean gas fuel. No shopping for charcoal, no ashes to get rid of. You get the real barbecue flavor when you cook with gas. So drive over to Wolf Propane and select from the large stock of barbecue grills during this sale. Need a refrigerator, range, freezer, stereo, or color TV? Go to the place that has it all, Gamble's in Sturgeon Bay. Right now, Gamble's has a 20-inch mower with 3-horsepower Briggs & Stratton engine reduced from $99.95 to $77. And an 11-horsepower riding mower, regularly $995, now just $887. Use these helpful tools and save your time for listening to the Brewers. There are 35 other mowers and 5 models of tillers in stock at Gamble's in Sturgeon Bay. Jack Steel Center in Sturgeon Bay offers a portable, on-the-job welding service, so the next time you have an urgent welding need, call Jack. Jack Steel Center is Door County's steel headquarters, with no job too large or too small in custom welding, cutting, burning, and steel fabricating. Call on Jack Steel for everything in the steel line. Remember, when you have a breakdown on the farm, business, or at home, take advantage of the portable welding service from Jack Steel Center, North 3rd Avenue in Sturgeon Bay.
Now the Brewers come to bat at the bottom of the 6th. Charlie Moore will lead it off. Charlie grounded out down in the 3rd inning. He'll be followed by Gantner and then Young. Well, maybe this will be the inning. The Brewers have gone down in order the last 3 innings, and now 12 in a row since Oglivie singled in the 2nd inning. Rick Langford getting ready. Here's the windup. Down comes the pitch. High curve for a ball. 1-0 to Moore. Here we go. Come on, gang. Let's get it going now. What do you say? The windup of the 1-0 pitch. Curve, and he got it over a strike. 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Crowd starting to come alive. The Brewers can get a base hit, they'll explode. Here's the wind, the 1-1 pitch. Strike 2, a fastball. He took it. 1-2. 1:30 game tomorrow and a 1:30 game Monday. The Yankees are here Monday. 1-2 to Charlie Moore. Langford kicks the arm back. Here's the pitch. It's a bouncing ball, foul, third base side. Over to the dugout. 1-2. 10-second chair for identification here on the Brewer Radio Network.
Here are all Milwaukee Brewers games on WDOR-FM in Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin.
Merle and Bob with you at County Stadium. No score, bottom of the 6th. The outfield playing more around to the left. Pitchers battle between Rick Langford of Oakland and Jim Slaton of the Brewers. Langford, the windup, and the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, hammered to third, foul. Outside the bag, backhanded by Gross. Jim Gantner is waiting in the on-deck area. Tomorrow, Larry Sorensen goes for his 7th win of the year against Mike McCaddy of Oakland. 1-1 ball, 2 strikes. Langford tries again. The pitch, foul back. It's got a piece of it. 1-2. Well, Frank's getting them going now. Bill Travers is slated to open the Yankee series on Monday. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Langford to the wind. Here's the pitch. Up high, a ball. 2-2. Langford has not walked anybody. He has struck out 6, and he has given up only 2 base hits. No Brewer runner has moved past second, and only one got that far. Yount back in the first inning. Here's the pitch. Change up, popped up, over the third base side, near the stands, and into the stands. 2-2. Fun run at County Stadium. Coming up June 17th, 5,000 meters, 3.1 miles. Any male or female runner in good physical condition is eligible. You register in person or have someone register for you on June 3rd, Sunday, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. here at County Stadium. There's plenty of parking. Pull into Gate 2. The Brewers will be on the road, so you must register. Here at the stadium. Well, the big finish line ought to be something. They're going to really spruce that up. Charlie Moore had to go get a new bat. Now he's ready. 2-2 pitch. Foul back into the net. All runners receive a polyskin windbreaker jacket, a lower grandstand ticket, an official certificate of participation, and a traditional I-finished patch. $7.50 entry fee. Here's the pitch. Down low. Now it's 3-2. You also get a reserved lower grandstand ticket for the ball game that day. Brewers in Kansas City. Payoff pitch, 3-2. Bouncing ball to short. Guerrero scoops. And over to first base. Moore is out by 7. Langford has been tough. So Slaton. Now Jimmy Gantner, who's grounded out and flied to left. He's got a 5-game hitting streak on the line. Left-handed batting Jim Gantner, giving Paul Molitor a night off. The Brewers have a long string of ball games. Here comes the pitch to Gantner. Line drive, left center, a base hit. Over to cut it off is Burke, and Gantner will hold with a single. So Gantner has hit safely in 6 straight games. He's had 7 hits and 11 times up now against Oakland. Robin Yount has one of the 3 base hits. A single in the first inning, then he grounded out in the third. Gantner at first. Their stretch. And here's the pitch. Robin on a check swing. Did he hold it back? Nope. First baseman Jerry Newdecker calls it. Strike 1. The Brewers will not have an off day until June 11th. And their last off day was May 21st. Last Monday. 1 strike to Yount. Gantner at first for the lead. Checked by Langford. Here's the pitch out. But Gantner was holding. The A's are guessing the Brewers might do some running to try to get something started in this scoreless game. The right side of the infield is open. Robin can really handle a bat. First baseman Newman is guarding the bag. Edwards is going to shade a little more now toward first base to try to cut that gap down. Here's the 1-1 pitch, the runner going. Swing and a drive, left field, he hit it through short. A base hit. Gantner trying to go to third. Here's the throw, the slide. Safe. Throw to third. Couldn't get Gantner, who took a belly slide into third, and he made it. Well, the Brewers execute the hit and run. The shortstop, Guerrero, was going to cover at second base. Edwards had just cheated a little bit toward first. And Guerrero made a break for second. And Robin hit the ball over short into left field. I don't think Guerrero could have caught it anyway, for that matter. But he hit the ball to the open spot. Runners at first and third for Cooper. This is the first threat the Brewers have had tonight. First time they've had a runner at third base. No score. Bottom of the sixth. The Brewers have 4 hits. 2 of them back-to-back right here. Cooper has struck out and popped up. 1 out. No score. SEN with a sign. Rick Langford working off the stretch. Runners at first and third lead. And here's the pitch to Cooper. Drive to right field. It's hooking. It is going fair. Home run for Cooper. It hooked around the foul pole. A 3-run homer for Cecil Cooper. And the Brewers take a 3-0 lead. Cooper with his 9th home run of the year. And he has 36 runs batted in. Listen to the crowd for Coop, Coop, Coop. Well, the Brewers break the ice. A standing ovation for the Brewers as Gantner and Yount and Cooper head for the dugout after Coop touches the ball. Now he hit that ball like the old Cooper. He really got into it. Here's Dick Davis with 2 strikeouts. 3-0 Milwaukee in the bottom of the 6th. The 56th home run of the year for the Bombers. And the first pitch to Davis is down low for ball 1. 1 out. May as well keep it going. The wind by Langford. Here's the pitch. Outside, 2-0. Lacey is getting ready in the bullpen for Oakland. Cooper hit that ball inside the foul pole, I believe over the bleachers into the runway. Over the grandstand, rather, into the runway. Here's a strike call. 2-1. He didn't hit one over the bleachers. Nobody else has either. 2-1 pitch. Change up. Drill to left, but foul into the stands. Look out down there in the Kelly group. Two balls and 2 strikes. After Moore grounded out, Gantner and Yount singled, and Cooper pumped a homer. 2-2 pitch. And Davis pulls one deep to left field. There she goes! It is gone! Dick Davis, his 4th home run of the year against the Oakland A's. And the Brewers lead 4-0 as Davis touches the ball. So Dick Davis gets a royal welcome as he comes into the dugout. And Jim Marshall is on his way to the mound. Davis hit that ball way back in the bleachers in left field. It is Milwaukee 4, Oakland nothing. And you often wonder what happens to a pitcher like this, Bob. He's going along. He's got a 2-hitter. He's got the Brewers eating out of his hand. He is now leading the game after retiring 13 in a row. Gantner and Yount single, Cooper and Davis have homered, and he's gone. I know both the pitches that were hit for home runs, Merle, were up. The pitch on Cooper was up around the letters, and the ball that Davis hit, I believe, was a hanging slider up around the waist. Both of them were hit a ton as the Brewers take a 4-0 lead. And Bob Lacey will come on to pitch for Oakland here in the 6th inning. Lacey is making his 25th appearance of the year. He has a victory against 2 losses. He carries a 4.15 earned run average with 3 saves. He has pitched 30 and 1/3 innings. Allowed 42 hits, 17 runs, 14 earned. Given up 3 home runs, walked 11, and struck out 22. The 2 home runs hit here in the Brewers' 6th inning, numbers 48 and 49 against the Oakland staff. The Brewers will lead the American League in home runs with 57. Strike quickly here in the 6th inning. Langford had a 2-hit shutout. Going into the 6th inning, as Merle said, base hit by Gantner, hit-run single by Robin, then a 3-run blast by Cooper and a solo shot by Davis, and very quickly, it's 4-0. So Bob Lacey, who was in the ball game last night, is down in relief for the A's. He came out in the 7th inning, and in an inning in the 3rd, he gave up 1 run and 3 hits. And he was charged with a loss last night. So Lacey, the tall lefty, will be facing Ben Oglivie. Benji has struck out and has singled. Well, all of a sudden, a key hit like that can do a lot for a guy's confidence, Bob, so maybe Coop can get straightened out and get her going.
We talked earlier, Merle, about Cooper. You know, hitting defensively, trying to hit balls to the opposite field. You know, when you're ahead in the count or even the first strike you get, I think Cooper went up to that time, made up his mind to look for a pitch inside, and was going to have a good rip. He did, and he hit the home run.
Here's Oglivie now against left-hander Bob Lacey. The Brewers lead it 4-0. Suddenly, they have out-hit the A's 6-5. 4 straight hits, 2 singles, and 2 homers. This is the 46th game of the year. And Bambi's Bombers have unloaded 57 homers already. Here's the first pitch to Oglivie. It's a fly ball to short left. Coming hard is Glenberg, and he's going to make the catch and does. Next, Lascano. 6-0 is 0 for 2 tonight. You like this guy, Bob Lacey?
Yeah, I do.
You hear a lot of talk about him.
I liked him last year. He kind of impressed me last year, and the ball games that he has pitched against Milwaukee so far this year, he's thrown the ball well. He's pitched well. He took a loss, as you said last night, but he appears to have a good fastball, good breaking stuff, and he's got good location. He's got a good idea on what he's trying to do.
Here's the first pitch to Lascano, and it's upstairs for a ball, 1-0.
I'm looking at his fastball, too, Merle. I guess you could say that about every left-hander. He's got a good moving fastball. His fastball runs good.
Now Lacey pumps and throws to 6-0. Look out. Low it inside, a ball, 2-0. Well, there's the general feeling around the A's. Charlie Finley has been so quiet in the last 2 or 3 weeks. They haven't heard from him, but everybody's kind of thinking before June 15th, something will be done. Here's a ground ball to right field, a base hit for Lascano. And 6-0 is aboard. That'll bring up Bando, who is 0 for 2 tonight. Now, they talk about trades, and they talk about the trading deadline and what might happen, but most of the guys down in that Oakland dugout are looking for something to happen prior to the trading deadline on the 15th and saying, will it be me? Here's the check. Down comes the pitch by Lacey. Outside and high with a fastball. 1-0. 1 ball and no strikes, 2 down and 1 on. Brewers lead 4-0 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Lacey a set throws. Swung on and missed on a sharp breaking curveball. 1-1. That one had a little bite to it. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung and missed. Another one. 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Bando. In the 8th inning in Texas, the Rangers 2 and Seattle 1. Lacey throws to Bando. Struck him out swinging, and that'll do it. So here in the 6th, 4 runs, 4 hits, and 5 hits rather, and 1 left on. At the end of 6 innings, the Brewers 4, the A's nothing on the Brewer Radio Network.
Are you still afraid of the dark? Afraid of what it might have in store for you? Come, you don't have to be afraid anymore. Try Pabst Special Dark, the lighter dark beer. Pabst Special Dark has all that rich dark satisfaction, but it's less filling. Try Pabst Special Dark, the lighter dark beer. Ah, good.
If you're among the many people throughout Wisconsin who are searching for the best return on your savings, don't stop with your bank or savings and loans. You owe it to yourself to check out the high savings rates now being offered by your local Wisconsin credit union. The credit unions bring you payroll deduction and many other advantages to make saving money easier and more profitable. And remember, your savings are insured up to $40,000 by the Wisconsin Credit Union Savings Insurance Corporation.
What in the world is that, Bob?
That's my piggy bank, baby.
Well, what are you doing with a piggy bank?
Hey, don't you know, Merle, today Johnsonville Bratwurst is featured at special low money-saving prices all over Wisconsin. I just figured it was a good time to stock up on those plump, juicy, delicious Johnsonville Brat. Nothing tastes better than Johnsonville Bratwurst on a lazy holiday weekend.
Folks, Johnsonville Brats are always a good buy, but today you'll find Johnsonville Brats featured all over Wisconsin at special low money-saving prices wherever fine meats are sold.
And make sure you buy enough, gang.
6 inning totals, Brewers 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors. Oakland no runs, 5 hits, no errors.
Now to the seventh, and here's Bob. Okay, Merle, and Mario Guerrero leads it off here in the Oakland seventh inning. Brewers hit him very quickly for 4 in the sixth. Slaton all set to work to Mario Guerrero. The windup and the pitch. Guerrero looks at a strike, and it's 0-1. The Oakland shortstop is flied to center and popped to short. Nothing in 2 trips. Slaton's 0-1 delivery. Fastball hit in the air to short right. Easy play for Lascano. Waiting, he's got it 1 down. It brings up the second baseman, Mike Edwards. Edwards has one of the 5 base hits off Slaton. He doubled his last time up in the 5th inning. Right-handed batter. Brewers lead 4-0. 3-run homer by Cooper and a solo shot by Davis. Breaking ball is good for a strike 0-1. The Brewers after their 5th win in a row and their 26th of the year. The windup and the 0-1 pitch to Edwards. Line drive over Gatner's head toward right center. Chased down by Lascano. He bobbled the ball for a moment, but he'll hold Edwards to a long single. Fine play by Sixto. He bobbled that ball momentarily. Edwards had ideas, but Lascano threw a bullet to Robin at second to hold him at first. So Edwards is 2 for 3. And it brings up the leadoff batter, Dwayne Murphy. Murphy is popped to short, popped to second, and fly to left field. He's 0 for 3. Bando comes up close at third. The pitch to Murphy, breaking ball, a beauty. Dropped in at the knees, 0-1. Jim Slaton, after his 4th win of the year and his 6th lifetime victory against Oakland, delivers to Murphy, low and inside. He came right back with an overhand curve. Slaton has had a tough time through the month of May. He's won 1, lost 2. He's only allowed 7 earned runs over that period. 1-1 pitch to him, low in the dirt, gets by Moore. Edwards will go to second. And a wild pitch will be charged to Slaton. Runner at second with 1 out. Slaton started 4 times in the month of May. The Brewers have only managed 5 runs for him starting tonight's game. They almost got more in 1 inning tonight than they did in 4 previous starts. Swinging a foul back by Murphy. Ball 2 and strike 2. Jimmy Slaton is second in the American League in the earned run average department. He trails the leader, Tommy John. John at 1.60, Slaton 1.90. The Yankees and Tommy John beaten today by Cleveland. John took his first loss of the year against 9 victories. 8-4, Cleveland. Edwards leads at second. Time is called now by Dwayne Murphy. Murphy steps back in, and Slaton takes the sign for Moore. And now Jimmy backs off. He wants a new sign. Ball 2 and strike 2. The outfield for Murphy is about straight away. He's homered 4 times, knocked in 9 runs. Slaton sets, kicks and fires. Curve, and he missed outside. Ball 3 and strike 2 on Murphy. Slaton has walked a pair tonight. And he has struck out 1. His only strikeout came in the 6th inning. Struck out Jim Essian. Ball 3 and strike 2. Murphy waiting on a payoff pitch. And here it is. Curve, and he missed low inside. 3 walks now off Slaton. Brings up the right fielder, Larry Murray. Murray had an infield single, a bunt single his first time up. He tapped to first and bounced back to the mound. Little conference now between Slaton and Moore. The A's with runners at first and second. This Oakland club has played the Brewers tough this year. They lead the season series 3-2. Mando is playing in front of the bag at third for Murray. This guy's got outstanding speed. Edwards at second, Murphy at first. Slaton delivers. Strike called at the knees. Good fastball from Jimmy. 0-1. The target up by Moore. And now Slaton wants him to start over. A lot of times when a pitcher backs off, or you might think he wants a new sign, he might want different locations. The 0-1 delivery. Fouled out of play by Murray. Good fastball from Jimmy again. He got inside on Murray. Doesn't necessarily mean a pitcher always wants a new sign. Sometimes you might put down a fastball, you want it inside, he'll shake you off. Catcher sometimes thinks he wants a new sign. All he wants is new location. Wants to go to the outside. 2 strikes. The pitch. Strike! 3 called. He got him looking. He came to the outside corner with a good fastball, and Murray is strikeout victim number 2. Now with 2 men out, here's Mitchell Page, the DH. He lined hard to Gorman Thomas his last time up in the 5th. With a runner at 3rd. Page hitting at .235. Runners lead 1st and 2nd. Slaton trying to get out of a jam here in the 7th inning. Time is called. Page steps out. The Brewers about hit the A's 7-6, and they lead 4-0. Slaton delivers. Page swings and fouls back, and he had a good rip. Page has got home run power. He has hit 3 on the year, but he's better than that. Last year with Oakland, he hit 17. The year before, 21. The 0-1 delivery. Foul back again. Good fastball by Slaton. He was around the letters on the inside corner. 2 strikes to Page. That's a tough pitch for a hitter to handle. You really gotta get out in front of it. 2 strikes. We're stretching the pitch. Tapper foul, first base side. That was a low sinking fastball from Slaton on the outside corner, and Page tried to pull it. 2 strikes on Mitchell Page. There is activity in the Brewer bullpen. Jim Slaton takes a sign for more. Page is waiting the pitch. Low and outside. He tried with a breaking ball, and he missed. He started the slider off the outside corner, trying to get it to come back and just nip that outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Mitchell Page. Let's see where Moore sets up now if he moves inside. The pitch, high and outside. Ball 2 and strike 2. Jeff Newman, the first baseman, is due next. Slaton trying to end this inning right now to get Page. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Edwards at second. Murphy at first base with 2 out. The 2-2 pitch. High and outside, he's run it full. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Mitchell Page. Traveling time for runners at first and second. Ball 3, strike 2 with 2 and out. The payoff pitch. Bouncer, first base side, is going to go foul. Picked up by Cooper. The A's have 2 speedsters aboard in Edwards and Murphy. Three balls and 2 strikes. Jimmy Slaton, a little extra time now with a sign for more. He goes to the stretch, checks Edwards at second. The pitch to Page, popped him up, but it's going to get out of play. Moore chasing, and it's would have been about 8 rows back. It landed on the screen. Thought that ball might have a chance to stay in play. So we'll do it again at 3-2. Well, the Cubs came back to beat the Phillies 4-1. Phillies had a 1-0 lead in that game in the 3rd. But the Cubs beat them 4-1. 3-2 on Mitchell Page. The target up by Moore. Here it is. Low and inside, they're loaded up. 4 walks given up by Slaton. It'll bring the tying run to the plate. Jeff Newman. Edwards goes to third. Murphy to second base. And the first baseman, Jeff Newman, checks in. Slaton will go back to the windup. He draws the arm back. The pitch to Newman. Swing and a miss. An overhand curveball dropped off the table. 0-1 to Newman. Here's another guy with good power when he makes contact. Big and strong. Charlie Moore sets that target. Off the outside corner of the pitch. There's a fly ball hit to right field. Along the line, long run for 6-0. It's out of play. 2 quick strikes on Newman. The 0-2 delivery. Low and outside and not by much. He shot for the outside corner and just missed. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The base is loaded with Oakland A's here in the 7th with 2 men out. Slaton trying to get out of it. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Newman. Swing and a miss, and he strikes him out to get out of it. Letter high fastball, and I mean Powder River. Strikeout number 3 for Slaton. No runs, 1 hit. They left the bases loaded. At the end of 6.5, the Brewers 4, the A's nothing on the Brewer Radio Network.
The Chevy Nationwide celebration is going on at Betcher Nelson Chevrolet in Sturgeon Bay. Now until Memorial Day, Betcher Nelson is offering special prices on Chevy cars and trucks. There's an excellent selection of all models, and to top it off, most vehicles in stock arrived before the price increase. Shop and compare. You'll enjoy these specially marked prices. The Chevy Nationwide celebration is on at Betcher Nelson Chevrolet Oldsmobile Cadillac, Green Bay Road in Sturgeon Bay.
Over the years, the customers at the Sister Bay Bowl have made it one of the top dining spots in Door County, and northeastern Wisconsin for that matter. The excellent staff that serves you at the Bowl work hard to maintain their high standard of excellence. Your hosts are Rita and Earl, and their food is fabulous. Enjoy your favorite beverage any night before dinner at a truly outstanding dining spot, the Sister Bay Bowl. Ever shop for paint in a bargain store? If you were lucky enough to find any help, chances are the help was no help at all. When you need help with paint, see Homerama, your local Pittsburgh paint dealer. Their salespeople are fully trained paint professionals, paint experts who can help you save time, trouble, and money on your next painting project. And along with this expert advice, they offer a full line of famous Pittsburgh paints, whose quality is second to none. Avoid the bargain store hassle. See the paint experts at Homerama, 1009 Egg Harbor Road, Sturgeon Bay.
The Brewers come to bat in the 7th inning, and Gorman Thomas will lead it off against the new Oakland pitcher, right-hander Jim Todd. Making his 18th appearance of the year, he has won 2 and lost 2. His earned run average, a hefty 9.11. He has 1 save, 26 and 2/3 innings for Todd. 39 hits, 28 runs, 27 earned, 5 home runs, walked 20, struck out 8. Gorman Thomas from Todd takes a strike 0-1. Thomas is struck out and fly to left field. Right-hander Jim Todd with the 0-1 delivery to Thomas. Gorman takes, blown outside. The ball popped away from Essian. Ball 1, strike 1 to Gorman. Brewers lead 4-0. A 3-run homer by Cooper and a solo shot by Davis ended the scoreless battle in the 6th inning. One and one on Gorman. Jim Essian works the sign now to Jim Todd. The Oakland right-hander delivers the 1-1 pitch, and Thomas swings and misses. Ball 1 and strike 2 to Gorman. Tomorrow, Larry Sorensen against Steve McCaddy. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The pitch to Gorman. Curveball hit in the air to center and not deep. Dwayne Murphy is coming on. He is waiting, and he's got it to retire Thomas. Brings up Charlie Moore, the catcher. Charlie is twice tapped to the shortstop, Mario Guerrero. The Yankees are in here at, let's see, Monday afternoon, Memorial Day. 1:30 game time. The Yankees are in for 4. Here's the pitch to Moore. Charlie takes downstairs. 4-game series against the Yankees. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Then the Brewers hit the road. Here's a 1-0 pitch to Moore. Strike call, counts even. Boy, and they've had a super homestand so far. They have won 4 in a row. Swept the California Angels. Took last night's game from Oakland. Moore takes lone outside. Essien backhanded. And they lead 4-0 tonight after their 5th straight win. 2 balls and a strike to pitch to Moore. Charlie taps on the third base side. Gross has strike to pitch to Moore. Charlie taps on the third base side. Gross has it, but it's foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jimmy Gantner, the leadoff batter, is due next. Jim Todd, the third Oakland pitcher in tonight's game. He shakes off a sign from Essien. Now he's ready. Here's the 2-2 to Moore. Charlie takes lone outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Bob Lacey worked 2/3 of an inning. No runs, 1 hit, 1 strikeout. 3-2 to Moore. Charlie taps towards center field by Guerrero. Base hit. Mario Guerrero quickly to his left, but he couldn't flag it down, and Charlie Moore has a base hit. Here's Jimmy Gantner. He had a base hit his last time up in the 6th, and then scored in front of the 3-run homer by Cooper. The base hit by Gantner kept his hitting streak alive. It's now at 6 games. Here in the 7th inning. The stretch by Todd. The pitch to Gantner, hit in the air, foul. Strike 1. Brewer Baseball brought to you by over 640 Wisconsin credit unions, where savings earn higher returns and are insured to $40,000 by Wisconsin Credit Union Savings Insurance Corporation. 1 strike to Gantner. Todd delivers. Gantner takes the strike in the outside corner. Good sinking fastball by the Oakland right-hander. The Brewers have 8 base hits in the game. Oakland has 6. The 2-strike delivery. Gantner takes high and outside. Ball 1, strike 2. Charlie Moore leads at first. Jim Todd checks him. The 1-2 pitch. Runner goes low. The throw into center field by Essien. Moore is going to go to third. The throw comes on for Murphy. Head first slide. He's in. Essien's throw got by the shortstop Guerrero. And Moore hesitated momentarily at second, but then took off for third, and with a head-first slide, he beats the throw for Murphy. It's a stolen base for Moore, and charged Jim Essien with an error.
You suppose he's out of gas right now?
I doubt it. Nice, cool night tonight. Nice, cool night.
2 belly
4-0 shutout.
Beautiful. It's pretty tough to get up and get started again, though, isn't it?
I don't think he knew where the ball was, first of all. But it was no contest at third. Charlie Moore's got good speed. Something a lot of catchers don't have and wish they did. 2-2 to Gantner. High and outside. He almost threw it away.
Oh, come on. You had good speed.
I saw you good getting to the light switches in the room. That was about it.
Quickness.
3 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Bounce toward second. They're going to come to the plate, and the slide by Moore, and they got him. The infield up. Moore broke from third, and Edwards made a perfect throw to Estian. They had Charlie Moore very easily. Those shin guards on a catcher don't feel too good on a slide either. Gantner on with a fielder's choice at first. Here's Robin Yount. Robin is 2 for 3. Jim Todd throws to first, and Gantner's back in time. The Brewers lead 4-0. The stretch. The pitch to Robin, taken high and outside for a ball. One and nothing to the Brewers shortstop. Right-hander Jim Todd, the third Oakland pitcher in tonight's game. Throws to first. Gantner again back in time. The stretch. Throw to first again. No contest on Gantner. The Orioles won today 7-5, but the Yankees and the Red Sox were beaten. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Robin takes the strike, and it's even. Boston drops 3.5 games behind. The Yankees will drop to 6. Brewers would only be a game out of second place if they can win tonight's game. They are 4.5 games behind Baltimore in third place. 1-1 to Robin. Runner goes high and outside. Throw by Estian in the dirt on one hop, and this time they got him. Edwards covering, and Estian threw that ball on one hop to the second baseman. It was an easy throw for him to handle that time. They got Gantner, and the inning is over. 2-4 if you score along with us. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 1 left. At the end of 7 full innings, it is still Milwaukee 4 and Oakland nothing on the Brewer Radio Network.
Dig in, America. Dig in deep. Because the deeper you dig, the more you're going to love Chevy's mid-size 79 Malibu. Beneath its mouth-watering line, there's a great big helping of what we call solid Chevy value. We're talking about double panel doors, a strong full perimeter frame, big coil springs at all 4 wheels, the strength of body by Fisher. We're talking about a trunk with more usable space than the 77 Malibu it replaced, an interior with more headroom and legroom front and rear. We're talking about a whole lot of car for your hard-earned bucks, America. And I'll bet we're talking your language there. Check out the 79 Chevy Malibu at your Chevy dealers now.
Chevy Malibu, Chevy Malibu, a precious apple powered by you through and through.
Come and get it, America.
A precious apple powered Chevrolet to you.
This is Bob Euchre for the ERA Real Estate Brokers of Wisconsin. ERA annually sponsors an ERA MDA night at County Stadium. This year's game will be on Friday, June 15th at 7:30 p.m. against the Kansas City Royals. Tickets are now on sale at the ERA Real Estate office in your area. The Brewers will contribute $1 to MDA for every ticket purchased from ERA. As ERA MDA National Sports Chairman, I urge you to attend. See a good ball game and help in the fight against muscular dystrophy. That's Friday, June 15th, 7:30 p.m. at County Stadium. The Oakland 8th inning, and Wayne Gross against Slaton takes his strike 0-1. Gross has walked, bounced to second and singled. He's 1 for 3 tonight. 1 for 2, I beg your pardon. Walked his first time up. The 0-1 delivery, a breaking ball low and inside, and the appeal from the third base umpire, Bill Deegan. And he says that Gross didn't go around far enough. It's a ball and a strike to Wayne Gross. Bando playing wide of third. He's about even with the bag, but a good 10 to 12 feet off the line. Low and inside, overhand curve from Jimmy. 2 balls and a strike. The outfield plays Gross about straight away, but the infield plays him slightly to pull. 2 balls and a strike. Slaton leans in for the sign for more. Here's the 2-1 delivery. Gross taps on the first base side foul past Cooper. Ball 2 and strike 2. Slaton has walked 4, struck out 3, and he has given up 6 base hits. Got 2 big strikeouts in the 7th inning. The A's had a bit of a rally going. Ball 2 and strike 2. The pitch to Gross. Swing! swing and a miss, and he strikes out Wayne Gross. That's number 4 for Slaton. He came with the express, and he blew it by Gross. Here's Glenn Burke, the left fielder. Well, every once in a while, when Slaton has had to reach back and get a little extra, he's been able to do it. 4 strikeouts and 4 walks for the Brewer right-hander. Glenn Burke is 2 for 2. The pitch to him, inside fastball missed. 1-0 on Burke. An infield single and a single to center. The 1-0 pitch, taking all the way, and he looks at the strike. 1-1 on Burke. Right-handed batter. Slaton delivers. Burke swings and fouls on a play upstairs. Ball 1 and strike 2. Charlie Moore works the sign. Here's Slaton's 1-2 pitch. Inside, he almost got hit. High and tight to Burke. The A's got Burke from the Dodgers. He was born in Oakland, California. The 2-2 pitch. Low and outside, and he just missed. I tell you, Greg Kosk came very close to calling that pitch a strike. He almost had that right arm pumped up. Getting some heat now from the Brewer dugout. 3 balls and 2 strikes to pitch. Here's a line drive toward right center, but Thomas is there. He's got it. 2 men out.
Greg's got a chip on his shoulder right now. I think he knows he missed that pitch, but as soon as that ball was hit, he walked out in front of the plate, and he was watching the play, but he was also looking over his shoulder at the dugout.
He and Harvey Keene got a little something going down there. Greg Kopp's now pointing at Harvey Keene, and Harvey said, "Get your head in the ball game." Jim Epstein hits a drive to left center. Thomas, long run. He's got it. Fine running catch by Gorman Thomas in deep left center, and that retires the side. So the A's are 3 up and 3 down here in the 8th inning. Fine play by Gorman. After 7 1/2, it is still the Brewers 4 and the A's nothing on the Brewer Radio Network.
Quite frankly, food, shelter, and life insurance rank evenly in importance to the modern family. Now, why life insurance? Simply because adequate life insurance can guarantee that your family will have food and shelter even if you're not around to provide it for them. Life insurance is the best method of protecting your family's future, and New York Life is the place to come for this protection. Why? Because of the wide variety of plans available to fit your individual needs and budget. Talk it over with Larry Pagankoff, your New York Life agent. A good person to know. Call Larry Pagankoff at 743-6922.
Now you can do your gift shopping, get your car washed, buy gasoline, and purchase wine, packaged goods, beer, and all at one stop. It's Donna's Gift Boutique, the D&D Car Wash and Polishing Shop, and the Doorstop Wine Shop. They're all conveniently located under one roof at the south entrance to Sturgeon Bay. It's your full service center. The D&D Car Wash and Polishing Shop, Doorstop Wine Shop, and Donna's Gift Boutique. Open 9 to 9, 7 days a week. The D&D Car Wash and Polishing Shop is the only self-service and full-service mobile station in Sturgeon Bay.
Water is a big part of recreation in Door County, and Cal Marine in Sister Bay has just what you need to enjoy the water. A new AMF Crestliner or Tierra boat. Cal Marine has all kinds of marine supplies, too. So whatever you need, if it has to do with a boat, chances are you'll find it at Cal Marine. Boat storage is also offered. Enjoy the Lake Michigan and Green Bay waters, or the inland lakes on a boat from Cal Marine, featuring marine sales and service on Highway 42 at Sister Bay's north end.
Todd and Robin looks slowed outside for a ball. It's 1-0. Yount is 2 for 3 with a run scored. The 1-0 pitch to him, blown outside, 2-0. The Brewers lead 4-0 in the 8th inning. Slaton 3 outs away from a shutout. 2-0, the pitch to Robin. He swings and it's a fly ball to right field. Chase, long run for the right fielder. Murray's got it near the wall. Nice running catch by Larry Murray in right field. Boy, that guy's got good speed. He made a couple of catches in the series in Oakland that were fantastic. 1 out, here's Cooper. Big 3-run homer for Coop in the 6th inning. A strikeout, a pop up to short, and the big home run. Jim Todd delivers. Cooper swings and taps foul. 0-1 to Cooper. Now the base hit back in the 6th inning. That 3-run homer by Cooper will keep his average over the 300 mark. Here's the 0-1 delivery. Fastball drilled to left field, the base hit. Solid single by Cooper. One on for Davis, who hit a long home run his last time up. The 4th home run for Davis. He has now hit safely in 7 of his last 8 games. He has 11 RBIs on the year. Jim Todd will work from the stretch. Cooper jumps to a lead at first. The pitch to Davis, low and outside for a ball. Texas hung on to beat Seattle tonight, 2-1. This is the only game going in the American League. The pitch to Davis, strike call, counts even. There's still one game underway in the National League. Houston playing at San Diego. The rest of the National League action is over. The 1-1 to Davis. Looping fly ball. The right's going to drop for a base hit. Cooper will hold at second as Murray comes on with the ball to the second baseman, Edwards. So Davis is 2 for 4. Here's Ben Oglivie. Benji has a base hit in 3 tries. Cincinnati tops the Dodgers 3-1. Ken Griffey had a home run, 39,000 plus. Well, that game had Chavez Rabin. Sutton lost it, Norman the winner. The Mets beat the Pirates 10-8. Henderson and Youngblood with home runs for New York. Skip Lockwood finally got a win. His first against 5 losses. The Braves beat the Giants 5-4. Matthews hit number 10 for Atlanta. Madlock is 4th for the Giants. Here's Jim Marshall heading out to the mound now. The A's have activity in the bullpen. And I believe Jim Todd will leave here in the 8th inning. Jim Marshall will make another pitching change. Dave Hamilton, a left-hander, becomes the 4th Oakland pitcher in tonight's game. So Jim Todd, who came on to work in the 7th, leaves here in the 8th, with the Brewers leading by a score of 4-0, runners at first and second, and only one man out.
Dave will make his 10th appearance of the year. And in 20 innings, he has posted an ERA of 1.35. He's won 1 and lost none, no saves. He's had 1 starting assignment. In the 20 innings, he has walked 14 and struck out 15. So Jim Marshall goes to left-hander Dave Hamilton, who decides to walk in from the bullpen in right center field. You know, the Oakland Ball Club last year was made up of pretty much of unknown players, and yet a year ago today, after 45 ball games, the A's were in second place in the West with a record of 26-19, and they were only a half game back. And then they turned right around after that date and moved back into first place in the Western Division. They didn't go out of first place to stay until June 14th, I guess it was. I was trying to remember, Bob, when Bobby Winkles quit, they were either like 10 or 12 games over 500 and in first place when he resigned. But everybody said after the week or so last year when the season started and they broke fast, they ran up a record of 19-5, which is their best record of the year from the won and loss percentage standpoint. Everybody kept waiting for him to crack, but he held them up there pretty good. But then they started to slide, late in June, and then the bottom kind of fell out. This year, the bottom fell out when the season started. Very early for the Oakland A's this year. Let's see, Bobby Winkles is the coach for the White Sox, I believe, right? You know, I'm interested in getting down there to see. Well, of course, we'll be down there in a week or so.
I'm not.
Well, yeah, but I'm interested to see how they work when Kessner's in the ball game, how he works with Bobby Winkles, his third base coach, when Kessner's playing. Like he's a base runner. I mean, in other words, how much of the game does Winkles run for him when he is actually in the game himself?
I wouldn't think he'd run too much.
I think he probably would early. Oh, I don't know about running, but you mean Winkles running the game for him? I'm thinking early in the season he probably did. Whether he still is or not, I don't know, but we'll find out when we get there.
But they kind of
got to have a good working agreement together because I'm sure he relies heavily. I've often wondered how much dependency the playing manager has on his third base coach or first lieutenant. But he's got a good one anyway, as a first lieutenant.
He does. Bobby Winkles. Here's Ben Oglivie now with 2 on and 1 out. And facing left-hander, Dave Hamilton. The pitch to Benji, swing and a miss. Took a home run cut and missed it. Right-hander Dave Haverlow is throwing now in the Oakland bullpen. Jim Todd worked an inning and a third. Gave up 3 hits. The 0-1 to Ben Oglivie. Curveball in the dirt, back on the screen. Runners go to second and third. Wild pitch. Charge to Dave Hamilton. Two runners in scoring position now for Ben Oglivie. The Brewers have banged out 10 base hits tonight. Leading 4-0. The Oakland infield is up. Cooper off at third. Davis at second base. Hamilton is ready from the stretch. The pitch. Strike 2 call to Benji. Fastball, and he nailed down the outside corner. Ben Oglivie started tonight's game at 2:06 with 9 home runs and 24 runs batted in. Runners lead second and third. Hamilton sets and delivers. Fastball, drill to right field, a base hit. Here's Cooper in. Davis around third. Oglivie goes to second, and he's in. Ben Oglivie hit a line drive past Newman. Both runners scored easily. The throw from Murray was cut off by Newman. Benji was hot putting it to second, and he hesitated momentarily. He thought Newman was going to make that throw, and I think Ben was hesitant about sliding again. There was no throw made at second. He stopped about 4 feet from the bag and then took 2 quick steps. And he was there at second. A single and 2 runs batted in for Ben Oglivie. Here's Lascano. 6-0 Brewers lead. The pitch to Sixto. Low in the dirt, picked out by Essian.
He's going to break a leg someday.
Boy, he can be wide open and stop quicker than the Roadrunner. He was really wide open when he was going to second. 1-0 to Sixto. Low inside, 2-0. He stopped, as I said, about 4 feet from the bag, expecting a throw from Newman, because Mario Guerrero, the shortstop, was standing right alongside Ben. But the throw never came. 2-0 the pitch. Curve and a beauty. Strike call to Sixto. Lascano with a base hit to right field in the 6th inning. He's 1 for 3. Benji grabs the lead at second. Hamilton sets for the 2-1 pitch. Here it is. Change up curve, and he missed high and inside. 3 balls and a strike on Sixto. The sign from Essian. Again, Ben Oglivie has a good lead at second. 3-1 delivery. Curveball, and he missed. And Sixto thought that pitch might have been a strike. So did Essian and Hamilton. Sixto didn't move toward first base. But apparently the pitch was low. Anyway, it's a ball. That's what Greg Koss said. That's all that counts. Here's Sal Bando. 2 strikeouts and a line drive to Sutter. Hamilton delivers. Bando takes the curve for a strike 0-1. Rolling out the barrel as the Brewers lead 6-0 in the 8th. Hamilton sets. delivers. Bando took low and inside. He almost chased it. 1 ball and 1 strike. Bando's got his modest 4-game hitting streak on the line right now. He's 0 for 3. 1-1 pitch. Curve, and he missed high and inside. He hung a curveball. 2-1 to Bando. The Oakland outfield plays Bando as a pull hitter. The 2-1 delivery. Swing and a miss. He was out in front of a breaking pitch. Ball 2 and strike 2 on Bando. The Brewers trying to nail down their 5th win in a row. They would jump 6 games over the 500 mark. 2-2 pitch. Fastball foul out of play. He tried to hit that ball toward right field. Ball 2 and strike 2. Oglivie at second. Luscano at first. The 2-2 pitch. High and outside. Full count now. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Bando. And it's traveling time for runners at first and second. They'll be off with a pitch. Guerrero trying to sneak in behind Oglivie at second. The stretch. 3-2 pitch. Swinging a foul by Bando. And right now, we'll take 10 seconds for identification. You're on the Brewer Radio Network.
This is your station for Milwaukee Brewers baseball broadcast. WDOR-FM, Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin.
Information 94.
We're in the 8th inning at County Stadium with the Brewers leading 6-0. 3-2 to Bando. Low and outside. They're loaded up. They're loaded up for Gorman Thomas. And the crowd wants more. Not Charlie. More runs. 11 base hits. Brewers leading by a score of 6-0. Gorman Thomas is struck out. Fly to left and fly to center. And here's Jim Marshall heading out to the mound. He has a right-hander in the bullpen, Dave Haverlow. And Marshall has made the move to the bullpen. That will be all for Dave Hamilton. And right-hander Dave Haverlow becomes the 5th Oakland pitcher in tonight's game. The bases are loaded. 2 men out. And Gorman Thomas will face Dave Haverlow.
This will be Haverlow's 25th ball game, which makes him high on the pitching staff for most games played in. Most appearances. He's won 2 and lost 3 in the 24 games and saved 3. In 35 innings, though, he's given up only 7 earned runs. A brilliant 1.80 ERA. 14 strikeouts in the 31 innings that Haverlow has pitched. Dave came over in that big trade for Vida Blue. We had a kick out of talking to Dave Revering tonight about being involved in the first Vida Blue trade, and that was to Cincinnati. And Dave said that $1 million. I'd kind of forgotten the amount. The Reds were going to send $1 million and Revering to Oakland for Vida Blue. And of course, I didn't remember the exact dollar amount, but that was the deal that Commissioner Bowie Kuhn turned down. And Dave said until the last week before spring training, he didn't know which club he was to report to, whether he'd be going to Oakland or whether he would report to Cincinnati. So there he sat for 3.5 months not knowing which team he was going to be playing for. And finally, the A's and the Reds did complete a deal. I think they sent Bear over to Cincinnati for Revering. But anyway, Haverlow finally was involved in the Vida Blue trade with the San Francisco Giants. Pretty good right-hander. And he is on now, taking his warm-up pitches. Last year with Oakland, he won 3 and lost 6, and his ERA was 3.25. He spent 3 seasons with the Giants. Comes from Moses Lake, Washington. Did you ever make that town on your circuit? Never made Moses Lake, huh?
Not yet, Merle. Still a long time to go.
Dave Haverlow, 28 years old. Well, I guess he lives in Ellensburg, Washington now. I'm sure you've been there, though.
Right down the road from Moses Lake.
You didn't make that one either,
no?
huh?
It'll be a 2-for-1 deal.
Well, stand by out there.
On the same night.
Stand by out there in Washington. Here he comes.
I'll be there. Moses Lake, Washington. That's where they'll have the dinner. Here's Gorman Thomas with the bases loaded. Everybody here at County Stadium is thinking grand salami. They want more. Oh, they'd love to see Gorman hit one. Thomas has played well in the outfield tonight. Made a couple of fine plays in center. Pitch to Gorman. Curve and a beauty. Strike call from Haverlow. Very sharp breaking curveball. One strike to Gorman. Haverlow is working from the stretch. The bases are loaded. The 0-1 to Gorman. On a check swing he held in time. 1 ball and 1 strike to Thomas. Gorman with 11 home runs. He leads the club in that department. He's knocked in 28 runs. He knocked in the game winner last night. The 1-1 pitch. Low and outside. 2 balls and a strike as Haverlow came again with a breaking pitch. Ball 2 and strike 1. Nice crowd again tonight at County Stadium. 20,512. The 2-1 pitch. Bouncing ball towards short. Grabbed by Guerrero, tossed to second, and that's all they get. Bando really put a hit on the second baseman, Mike Edwards. A run scores. Thomas is on with a fielder's choice. And credit Sal Bando with breaking up that double play. He put a rolling block on the second baseman, Mike Edwards. Jeff Newman, the first baseman, is now asking the second base umpire, George Maloney, about that play by Bando. But he took him out fair and square. Did not leave the baseline. He just put a rolling block on Edwards. So, a run scores. Cooper's in. Thomas gets an RBI as 29. Here's Charlie Moore. Pitch to Charlie, breaking ball, low and inside. I said Cooper's in. Ben Oglivie. Pitch to Moore, fouled out of play. Lascano at third. Bando erased on the fielder's choice at second. Dave Haverlow, the 5th pitcher used in tonight's game by Oakland. Time is called now. Moore steps out. The Brewers have dug into the Oakland bullpen tonight. Pitch to Moore. Curveball hangs inside, up around the letters. 2 balls and a strike. 11 base hits. The Brewers lead 7-0. They are 3 outs away from their 25th complete game of the year. Well, this pitching staff has really done the job. Pitch to Moore is blown outside. 3 balls and a strike. They have 24 complete games. Haverlow delivers. Moore takes a strike. Good breaking ball. Haverlow is he's a 3/4 arm style pitcher. Every once in a while he will drop way down from the side. He really comes sidearm to a right-handed batter. The stretch, 3-2 pitch. Thomas goes, low and outside. They're loaded up. They're loaded up for Jimmy Gander. The 3rd walk in this inning. Issued by Oakland pitchers. Hamilton walked a pair. And now Haverlow walks 1. Gander takes the strike 0-1. Jimmy Gander kept his hitting streak alive back in the 6th inning. He has now hit safely in 6 straight games. Bases loaded. The stretch for the 0-1 pitch. Low and inside to Gander. 1 ball and 1 strike from Dave Haverlow. Tomorrow, Sorensen against Steve McCaddy to wind it up. Pitch to Jimmy. Line drive, base hit left field. Here's Lascano in. Thomas comes on toward the plate. The throw. He is out. Perfect throw by Glenberg. Nailed the sliding Gorman Thomas. Essian hung right in there. It'll be an RBI for Gantner. Lascano scored. Thomas is cut down 7-2. Base hit for Gantner and an RBI. In the Brewer 8th inning, they get 4 runs on 4 hits. No errors. 1 left. 2 left, I beg your pardon. At the end of 8. The Brewers 8, the A's nothing on the Brewer Radio Network.
A fast insurance man who sells auto liability that works. Effective immediately. Meet me at the bus stop. Because my brother-in-law is driving my car, my kid is driving my wife's car, my wife is driving our camper, and the whole thing's driving me wild.
Wisconsin telephone.
How do you go about setting up a 32 million gallon per hour pumping station in a residential neighborhood? Very quietly. I'm Joe Garagiola, speaking for Alice Chalmers Corporation. And that's how AC technology helps keep a neighborhood of homes, churches, and apartments happy in Missouri. The entire pumping station, including reservoir, offices, and parking lot, is so unobtrusive, both in sight and in sound, that a newcomer or passerby would hardly know it was there. Pumps, valves, and related equipment for this plant were supplied by Alice Chalmers, helping to meet basic world needs for water.
Ninth inning, Brewers lead 8-0. Got to hold them in there. Hold the shutout. Here's Merle.
Thank you, Bob. And Guerrero takes a strike over the outside corner and it's 0-1. Mario Guerrero is 0 for 3 tonight. Mike Edwards will follow, and then Dwayne Murphy will be up. Slaton's breaking ball is hit back in the left center field, a base hit. Over to cut it off. Gorman Thomas and on first Guerrero. So the A's have the leadoff man on, hit number 7. We're in the 9th inning, and we'll take, well, let's see. We'll take Mike Edwards next, who is 2 out of 3. Edwards doubled in the 5th inning, and he singled in the 7th. Right-handed batter. Slaton at the belt. Here's the pitch to Edwards. There's a line drive in the center, and it's in there for a base hit. So the first 2 men are on, and Edwards is 3 out of 4 tonight. He came into the game hitting .203. Now to the top of the order, and Dwayne Murphy, 0 for 3 with a walk. Top of the 9th inning, the Brewers lead 8-0, going for their 5th straight win, and their 2nd straight over the A's. Nobody out. Murphy hitting .279 coming into the game tonight. Jimmy Slaton comes set at the belt. Then he straddles the pitching rubber, and he wants Charlie Moore to start over with the signs. Here's the stretch now. And the pitch. Strike with a fastball over the outside corner. Don't forget, gang, if you're 16 or under, you only have a few more days to join the Brewer Pepsi fan club. And you need to write in, because there's been such a demand for the instructions on cartons of Pepsi, we've run out. But we'll give you a mailing address, so run and grab pencil and paper, and we'll give it to you. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Inside and low, a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. For only $3, you get tickets to 5 different Brewer ball games. The first one coming up is June 21st with Minnesota. You get to come to 5 ball games. You get a Brewer Pepsi fan club T-shirt, a membership card autographed by Captain Sal Bando, and a color picture of the Brewers on the back. All for $3, and it's a lot of fun to be a member of a fan club, the Brewer Pepsi fan club. Slaton now working to Murphy. Here's the pitch, ground ball up the middle, into center, a base hit, and there goes the shutout. Rounding third and heading for home is Guerrero. 3 straight singles in the 9th inning for the A's, and it's 8-1 Oakland. Edwards held at second. Murphy knocks in his 10th run of the year, and Cal McLeish is going to the mound. Larry Murphy will be the batter. chat with the battery. Okay, if you're ready, here's the address for the Brewer Pepsi Fan Club. Post Office Box 45, Jackson, Wisconsin, 53037. Got it? Brewer Pepsi Fan Club, Post Office Box 45, Jackson, Wisconsin, 53037. You'll get details in the mail, but you got to have the letter in by Wednesday, the 30th. So get it in the mail over the weekend, or certainly before Wednesday midnight of next week. Here we go. Murray the batter, the pitch. Strike, fastball to the inside corner. 9 hits now for the A's. 3 straight here in the 9th inning. Murray had a base hit of the first inning when he bunted his way on. Then he has gone hitless the next 3 trips. There's a changeup high for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Larry Sorensen shoots for his 7th win tomorrow against Mike McCaddy, who is undefeated, 2-0. Young right-hander. 1-1 pitch. Popped up foul, out of play into the upper deck, third base side. 20,512 here at the stadium tonight. Should have a nice crowd tomorrow. Nice crowds for the Yankee series. It opens Monday afternoon. Bill Travers scheduled for the Brewers. 1:30 ball game on Memorial Day. Good way to have a family outing on Monday. Plenty of seats available for the Yankee series. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Outside and high a ball. We're going to have good crowds, but don't let anybody tell you those games are sold out. They aren't. I don't know how those rumors get started. Here's the stretch for the 2-2 pitch, and it's on the way. Outside. Fastball, 3-2. But if you do have an opportunity to buy tickets in advance for the Yankee series, it'd be a good idea, because then you won't have to wait out here at the stadium, wait in the ticket line. You'll be able to come right on in. Brewer ticket outlets at all Sears stores, Ticketron agencies. Here's the payoff pitch, and it's popped up foul off of the third base side again. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The Brewers have had 2 4-run innings tonight, one in the 6th and one in the 8th. Jimmy will try again on the payoff pitch, and time is called. Murray steps out of the batter's box. Murray is a switch hitter, batting left-handed. Slaton is ready. 3-2 pitch. Popped up down behind third. They may have a play on this one. A long run for Yad. Robin way down the line. Makes the catch. A backhanded catch by Yad way down the foul line. Now with 1 out and 2 men aboard, Mitchell Page will bat. 0 for 3 with a walk. Page checked into the game, hitting .235. Bob will have all the scores for you on the postgame show. The Yankees and Red Sox lost, but Baltimore won. So the Brewers pick up a game on the Red Sox and move another game ahead of the Yankees. Here comes the pitch. Page checked his swing, but not in time. Strike 1. They'll move up a game, provided they hold this lead. 1 out, 2 on to the 9th. The Brewers lead by 7. The Brewers hang on. There'll be a game behind Boston and a game and a half ahead of the Yankees. Here's the next pitch. Page checks swing, foul. He was trying to get out of the way, actually. Ball goes sailing over into the dugout. The Brewers would still be 4.5 games out of first, but they would have 1 more win than the Red Sox. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fly ball foul down the left field line. Tried to sneak that fastball by Page low and away, but he just got a piece of it and poked it down the line. No balls, 2 strikes. Boy, those Orioles are something else. The way they kept winning. They won an extra innings today at Detroit. Looks like the Tigers had him going for a while. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 called to the outside corner. He nailed down the corner to Page. Now there's 2 down to the 9th inning. The 5th strikeout for Slaton, and he will face Jeff Newman, who is hitless in 4 trips. Newman with 6 home runs, 24 runs batted in. Slaton fanned him with the bases loaded in the 7th inning when the A's had their biggest threat. The Brewers led them 4-0. Now Jimmy works on Newman. Breaking ball hit deep to left field. Way back there on this one. Oglivie to the wall, but she is gone. Hit a hanging curveball. Up above the waist a little bit, and Newman jumped on it and belts it out of here, and the A's have 4. So Jimmy gave him a breaking ball, and it hung up on him. And Newman was all over it with his 7th home run of the year, and 4 runs have scored here in the 9th. So Jimmy had a shutout going, but he has lost that. Here's Wayne Gross, but he still has the lead. That's the important thing. Here's the first pitch to Gross, a strike to the outside corner at the knees, 0-1. That's only the 4th home run this year out Slaton. Goes to a changeup away from Gross, 1-1. Gross had a single in the 6th. Also been on with a walk. Here's a ball breaking step inside, 2-1. Edwards and Murphy scored ahead of Newman on that home run. Slaton down to the next pitch. Inside a ball. Counted now 3-1. One of the home runs that off Slaton was by Murphy last weekend in Oakland. Here's a foul ball overhead to the upper deck, 3-2. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Boy, that curveball that Jimmy threw Newman. It was almost like he saw it, and when he let it go, he was thinking, oh, please don't swing. Here's the payoff pitch. Line drive, right field, a base hit off the glove of Gantner. Jimmy made a headlong dive trying to pull it down. Here's George Bamberger coming out of the dugout, and that'll be all for Slaton. So Gross has singled to right, and Burke is coming up. And Jimmy will be out of the ball game. So he got close, 2 down to the 9th, but he has given up 11 hits. So Slaton will lead the game, getting a nice hand from the fans. He pitched Super Bowl, a shutout through 8. Castro will come on to take over for Jimmy. Well, Jimmy had that big lead, 8-0, going into the top of this inning. 3 straight singles by Guerrero, Edwards, and Murphy produced a run. Then he got the next 2 men. He got Murray to foul out, and he struck out Page. But Newman nailed him for a 3-run homer. So Bill Castro comes out of the dugout, or out of the bullpen, rather. And is on his way to the mound. Well, too bad Jimmy couldn't have finished the ball game, but the biggest thing, of course, is the victory. And the Brewers are 1 out away from that. George Bamberger gives Castro the ball and says, okay, let's wrap it up and go home. So Billy is ready to start his warm-up pitches. Larry Sorensen pitches for the Brewers tomorrow. And Bill Travers scheduled for Monday with the New York Yankees. Night games Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. See what we got coming up. Ambets Day tomorrow. Monday, the pregame show, the Pioneer Drum and Bugle Corps. Tuesday night is Menominee Falls night. Wednesday night, Hartford night. You better check in with WTKM Radio in a hurry, like on Tuesday. Thursday night is Kewaskum night. We had a big advance from Kewaskum down here tonight. They're really cranked up for their night. Then June 19th, West Bend night. You can get tickets for the West Bend group tickets from the West Bend Premier College or individual tickets to the Sears store in West Bend and the West Super Value store. Hey, that was a great show that night, wasn't it? The Sky Concert, one of the best fireworks displays I've ever seen. And that just might become an annual event. It was really a spectacular. All right, Castro is warmed up and ready. Glenn Burke will be the batter. At first base, Gross. Burke 2 out of 3 tonight. 2 singles. The sacrifice, the line drive to center. Bill Castro will try to nail it down. Billy out of the stretch holding, checks first, and here's the pitch. Strike around the knees. No balls and a strike to Castro. Bill delivers. Foul out of play off at the first base side. Castro hasn't been in a ball game for 13 days. Bob and I have talked about the complete games that the Brewers pitch. That doesn't give that bullpen too much duty. It's a plus, and yet it's a minus in a way, but you'll take the plus. There's a bouncing ball to second. This ought to do it. Gantner bobbles the ball. It won't do it. He can't find it. 2-minute run. So Gantner commits an error. He's going to play the high hop back on the edge of the grass, and it came right off his glove, right up behind him. So the inning is still alive. Gross is on second. Burke is on first, and Essien is the batter. And he is the ninth man to bat here in the ninth inning. It's the first error of the ball game for the Brewers. So Castro's got to work some more tonight as he delivers to Essien, a strike to the inside corner. Essien 0 for 3 with a walk. Castro leans in, takes the sign, comes out of the stretch and throws. Essien looks at a strike over the outside corner. Little slider. No balls, 2 strikes to the Oakland catcher. And the pitch. Tried to nail that corner down, he missed it. Low and away. Ball 1 and strike 2 to Essien. Gross at second, Burke at first. We're in the ninth. The Brewers lead 8-4. Castro throws. Essien, it's a grounder foul to the third base side of the dugout. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Burke at first for the error. Gross on second. The target set by Charlie Moore. And the 1-2 to Essien. Low for a ball. 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. We're in the ninth. Oakland has scored 4 times. Big 3-run homer by Jeff Newman. Following a run-scoring single to Murphy. And the pitch. Ball 3 outside. Come on, Billy. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Essien. The runners will go with the pitch, and they do. 3-2 delivery. Bouncing ball. A hopper to third. Fielded by Bando. He's got to go to first in a hurry. Got him! Ball game over. A high hopper to short. Bando had to cut in front of Robert to make the play, and he did, but he had to stop and pivot and turn and throw. So the ball game is over, and the Brewers come up with a victory. But in the ninth inning, the A's put a bit of a scare into the Brewers with 4 runs, 4 base hits, 1 Brewer error, and 2 left. Final score, Milwaukee 8, Oakland 4. Back for the summary after this message on the Brewer Radio Network.
Those who think that all financial institutions offer the same returns on savings just haven't checked into credit unions. People just starting to save, as well as those who have larger amounts to invest, are finding that Wisconsin credit unions pay high savings rates. All accounts are insured up to $40,000 by the Wisconsin Credit Union Savings Insurance Corporation. And many offer payroll deduction as a way to get into the savings habit. There's a credit union near you. Get their savings story.
Okay, guys, hold it. Let's do it again, and this time let's do it right. 1, 2, 1. All right, yeah, that's the way to do it. We worked half the night just to get it right. Now it's all behind. Got Susan on my mind. I've got half Susan on my mind. More and more lately I find I've got a taste for living. I'm thinking for the ribbon. I've got that Susan on my mind.
There are a lot of beers, but there's only one Pat. It's brewed to be the best, naturally, with no artificial ingredients, and you can taste it.
I've got that Susan on my mind. So
So the Brewers make it 5 in a row, beating the Oakland A's tonight by a score of 8-4. Jimmy Slaton carrying a shutout, 8-0 shutout into the ninth inning. But the A's coming back to score 4 times, getting a 3-run homer from Jeff Newman. Castro came in to end it as the Brewers beat Oakland for the second time in this series, and the season series is now even at 3 wins apiece. 2 home runs in tonight's game for Milwaukee. Cecil Cooper in the 6th inning, his 9th of the year. Dick Davis also in the 6th inning for Davis his 4th. The 2 home runs win for Beaver Dam Care Center, 410 Radel Court in Beaver Dam, and Lafarge Lifelong Learning Institute Incorporated, 1501 South Layton Boulevard in Milwaukee. $100 in gift certificates for food from McDonald's. 810 Park in Beaver Dam and McDonald's, 191 West Layton Avenue, the participating restaurants tonight. Guests on the pregame shows received gift certificates from Berman Bach, 2 fine locations here in Milwaukee, where the Major League ball players do their shopping. East of Fort Washington Road on Silver Spring. You can stop out and talk things over with Mark Berman, or make a visit out to Mayfair Shopping Center. Berman Bach's new store, fine location, and meet with John Bach. The line score tonight for Milwaukee, 8 runs, 12 hits, 1 error, stranding 5. And for the Oakland A's, 4 runs, 11 hits, 1 error, stranding 12. Jimmy Slaton gets the win. He is now 4-3 on the year. And the losing pitcher, starter Rick Langford, his record goes to 1-7. The attendance at County Stadium tonight, 20,512. Back with details on tomorrow's game after this message on the Brewer Radio Network.
Mott's House Savers. Now, there's a paint that really lives up to its name. You're right, Bob. It's a quality paint made by a company that's been known for quality for over 50 years. And Mott's House Saver really does protect your home. It's made with R127, the tough acrylic that protects your home from the most extreme weather conditions ever. Mott's House Saver with R127 protects your home for years in all weather. It resists cracking, peeling, blistering, and fading. Mott's House Saver makes your home look better longer. And it comes in hundreds of colors, ready mixed, and custom tinted. It spreads on smooth and easy. One coat is usually enough to cover most surfaces. And it cleans up with soap and water. And that's the part I like, Merle, baby boy. I like it, too. There's a lot you'll like about Mott's House Saver paint with R127. Ask your Mott's paint dealer for House Saver today.
Mott makes it better to make it easy for you.
So the Brewers make it 2 in a row over the Oakland A's. Final score tonight, Milwaukee 8 and the Oakland A's 4. The A's coming up with 4 in the ninth inning to spoil the shutout bid by Jim Slaton. Tomorrow it's going to be right-hander Larry Sorensen against Steve McCaddy to wind up this series against the Oakland A's. 1:05 for the pregame shows tomorrow, 1:30 game time. Come on out early, get a little batting practice in out here at good old County Stadium. 8-4, Brewers win their second in this series.
This copyrighted broadcast was authorized under rights granted to WTMJ Incorporated by the Milwaukee Brewers Baseball Club and was intended solely for the entertainment of our audience. Any publication, rebroadcast, or the use of the descriptions or accounts of this game without the express written consent of the Milwaukee Brewers Baseball Club is prohibited. Your announcers are retained by WTMJ Incorporated with the approval of the Milwaukee Brewers. And again, the final score, the Brewers 8 and Oakland 4. Now, this is Merle Harmon with Bob Euchre and our engineer Mel Hilger inviting you to stay tuned for Bob's post-game show coming up next on the Brewer Radio Network.